What's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. We're going to go straight into the national anthem. We got pre-race ceremonies right now. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Syndication from Elmwood Avenue Baptist Church, Reverend David Fife.
Let's pray. Our Father, we thank you again once more for the great weather that you provided for this year's running of the Craftsman Trucking Series. We'd ask your blessing upon this race. Protect the drivers, protect the crew, and protect the course workers. Bless this race, Lord. Grant us a safe race, and help us to remember that all good things come from you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Here to perform the Canadian National Anthem, followed by the Star-Spangled Banner. Please welcome local recording artist Anna Hurt.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Pre-race ceremonies wrapping up. Coming up next, the engines will fire.
Thank you guys so much for that. We appreciate you guys being here so early. I know it's an early start, but they got to get this in because dark time comes pretty quick. But what's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. This is the Craftsman Truck Series back after a week off, and they're here in Watkins Glen. What a stacked crew we have here tonight. And we're going to give our picks right now. I didn't even get a chance to go through the lineup, but you guys know who's in this lineup. And let me see who you got. Let me see who you have. I'm going Corey Heim. He's going to go P1 to P1. He's got the best truck. Christopher Bell might give him a run in the 52, but the 11's got better equipment. He's got better equipment than Connor Zilich. I'm taking Corey Heim for the win. So let's go. We're going to start it with Liam. He's going Rowdy. Brawny's going Rowdy. John's going Heim time. How about that Corey Heim? That's right, one man. Anybody else? Your picks. Let me see your picks, y'all. Your picks here. It's going to be a 6-time Heim time. That's right, Coaster Guy. Anybody else? Mad Steve going with little Geo on that 17. Lou's going Lane Riggs. Tom's going Christopher Bell. Works got Connor Zilich. Anybody else? Bell for Stu. Bush. Derek says Bell for Stu and Bush. Corey Heim for one man. I got you, man. I got Connor Zilich for Mark. Anybody else? Oh, Connor. There's two Connors. Oh, Connor Zilich and Connor Mozak. So I guess I'm sure they're picking Connor Zilich. I'm sure they're not going Connor Mozak, but you never know. You never know. Jovi's got Corey Heim. Big J's I got Take Z Bell for the win here. Connor Zilich for Mark. Danny's got the 19. EDS going Sammy Smith and that other Spire truck. Lincoln Kim's going the 17 truck. Go Geo. Let's go Riggs, he says. Look, go Riggs, Mr. C. Let's see. How about Sammy Smith for the win? John says in that 7 Spire truck. Anybody else? Get your picks here. Gentlemen, start your engines. Is coming up late. Jim and Lady, start your engines here in just a second. Not yet. So how about Sammy Smith for the win? All right, we'll do that there. And Lincoln Kim, what's going on? Good to see you, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. Christopher Bell in the 52 after last week. Stuart Friesen out indefinitely for the season. The 45's got Connor Zilich. Caden Honeycutt signed for the 52. Honeycutt, Honeycutt. He's going to be in the 02 this week, but he will be in the 52 here pretty soon. So lots of changes here in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, but out all on top is Corey Heim for the points championship, regular season points champion, and he is the playoff leader. And we only have one more race to go before the playoffs. Let's see, anybody else here? I like cookies. Sammy Smith's a good pick. Lou says, can I have Natman says champion a 9 going for what's his name? Grant Infinger. What's up, T-Van? He's picking the Watermelon Man for the win, and I think Caden will win in the 52 when he gets in it. A good possibility.
The 15-year-old driver out of Virginia, and the first win
ever in the ARCA Menard Series as well for Spire Motorsports. As for these NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series machines, the garage opened at 10 o'clock this morning, local Eastern time. They were on the track to practice shortly after 11:30. Qualifying wrapped up shortly after 1:30 p.m. And now, Alex, we're just about set for the green flag.
We are, and what promises to be a fun and entertaining race. That's what we always get when we come to Watkins Glen International. And it doesn't matter if it's trucks, Cup, Xfinity, ARCA Menard Series. It doesn't matter what you race here. This track simply lends itself to side-by-side competition. You know, you mentioned the ARCA Menard Series race, Kurt. We saw drivers going too wide all the way up through the S's, trading paint all the way around this track. I expect much the same in this one.
What's up, poster guy? Good to see you.
Todd Gordon joins us in the booth. Todd, from a crew chief's perspective, how challenging is this racetrack?
It's one that you've got to be on top of and figure out. And as you look at this with the stages at 20 and 40, we'll see where the fuel window is. But I feel like short pitting stage 2 puts you edgy on whether you can actually finish the race from there. See how the crew chiefs call this race and where they can find the track position working forward.
First stage will end at lap number 20. The second stage concludes at lap 40. 72 laps, the advertised distance here this evening, 176.4 miles. First visit here in some...
Todd Bodine doing the gentlemen start your engines.
We were last here back in 2021, winning from the pole that evening. In fact, 4 of the 6 prior winners here at Watkins Glen have started from the pole. 5 of the 6 starting from the front row. Again, the front row here tonight, Corey Heim, who's already wrapped up the regular season championship, and he is joined by Christopher Bell, who, as we heard earlier, is
CeeLo like. Get that like for us, y'all. Trying to get to 100 likes.
For the injured.
Can you get us to 100 likes?
To hit back down trackside and get the command to fire the engines to get us going.
Watkins Glen, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. 2-time NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion and Fox NASCAR analyst Todd Bodine.
Todd Bodine.
As a proud upstate New Yorker, New York race fans, are you ready? Say it with me now. Drivers, start your engines.
Let's go. The call is given. It's time to fire him up.
the life on the pit lane. We're getting closer and closer to the green flag.
All right, now it's time for your dark horses. Your dark horses, and they can't be Corey Heim, they can't be Christopher Bell, they can't be Connor Zilic. Though Connor is like plus 1,000. He's in the less than 1,000. So it can't be any of those guys. It cannot be Corey Heim. It cannot be those guys. So let's see what you got. I'm going Lane Riggs. He's in that 34 Loves truck stop yellow truck. You know what he can do when he's in that truck. Caitlin says she's going the 11. I'm thinking that she's missed her pick before the regular winner, so we'll say that she's picking Caitlin. Caitlin, you need to come up with a dark horse. Hi, attaboy, McDonald Xfinity placement. All right, Jason, what's going on? Brent Cruz, his first victory ever as a truck owner. We'll see what happens there. Let's see. All right, let's hit that like and subscribe. That's right, Tom. C. Bill, Christopher Bell, Liam, you can't pick Christopher Bell. The 81 Connor Mozak, Brawny going with the other Connor. Lane Riggs for John. Go dark horse. Geo going for the dark horse on the Geo. Liam, you cannot pick Christopher Bell. That's not a dark horse. Caruth, John, I got that one. Connor Mozak, got you on that. Yovi. Lane Riggs for Mark as well. Mad Steve with Rowdy. Okay. Danny's got the Watermelon Man. My dark horse is Ben Rhodes, coaster guy. Gotcha. The 77 for Liam. Okay, I like that one too as well. So there are your dark horses. Anybody else with your dark horse? Anybody else? Frankie Munoz. David's going deep dark horse here. I think it was $1,000,000 to 1 or something. You could throw $1 down and win $1,000,000. Ben Rhodes is my dark horse, Big J says. I'm going with the teammate of Lane Riggs. I'm picking Chandler Smith. He's kind of quiet. Let's see if he can pull it off here. Chandler Smith in that 38. Anybody in a Chevy, George says. Okay, tough to pick so many good road courses, guys, on this track. I know. Caitlin's going with the 11. Okay, Ben Rhodes for Mr. C. All right, gotcha, man. Ben Rhodes. I'm late. The 7 to win, and the dark horse is the 34. Sky Allen, good to see you. Appreciate you being here. No one picking the 66. Yeah, Chris Buescher, his very first truck race in a long time. I think it's his very first truck race. Chris Buescher in the 66. No one picking the dark horse. No one picking Buescher. I can't believe it, Brawny. Dark horse Ben Rhodes for Lube. Dark horse Tony B in that 5 truck. We'll see if she can pull off with that that truck there, that Toyota. I can go Ben Rhodes then, one man. All right, good to see you. This is his first truck race, his truck debut. So, man, oh, man. So, we'll see what he can do in that truck and in that 66 Thor Sports truck. So, I'm going with Chris Buescher. There you go, Derek. Derek's going Mr. Buescher for the win here at Watkins Glen. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Next, you know it now is our pick is going to be the cautions. Let me see your cautions now. Cautions on the track. How many cautions do you think we'll have tonight? Remember, these are road courses, so you know they might not have a full course caution. So there's 3 stages, and what do you think? What do you think? I'm going 5 cautions. Brawny's got 4. Liam's going 11. Tom's got the 5 or the 66. John's got 4. Good pick. Mark's got 5 cautions. Gaitlin's got 5. Mark's got 7. David's got 10. Works has got 7. One man's got 6. Anybody else with your cautions? As Corey Heim on the pole here. 7 snot rags for Danny. Tom's got 4. Big J's got 5. Nat Man's got 9 cautions. Anybody else with your cautions here tonight? As it is a early afternoon race here in Watkins Glen. They got to get it in before it gets dark. So let's see. Lincoln Kim's got 6 cautions, 8 for Sky Allen, 9 for Yovi. Music. Anybody else? Anybody else? 6 cautions for Lou. I got you 6 cautions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry about that, Lou. I saw that up there. I didn't know what that was. 6 cautions for Lou. Anybody else here with your cautions? All right. Forever hold your peace until the 3rd stage. We'll see how it goes. But appreciate everybody being here. Trying to get to 100 likes for 50 to go to 100 here. It's a mid-afternoon race. See if we can get some folks in here. But Heim and Christopher Bell are going to go at it here in the 1st stage. It's going to be interesting.
Transitioning quickly into the left-hand turn number 3, transitioning quickly to the top of the hill, and another right-hand turn number 4.
12 cautions for Fuel Duo.
To the back straightaway.
Gotcha.
What they call the bush stop at the other end of the speedway.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Good afternoon, everybody. I'll pick up the trucks at the top of the Essence as they hit that long back straightaway. It'll be full throttle for about 5 seconds, surrounded by blue guardrail to drivers left and right. Then things get interesting as they approach the inner loop. The drivers will jump hard on the brakes and downshift for a quick right-left, left-right combination of turns that are slow and tight, just a single lane, and it's where mistakes often happen. Once through that section, it's back onto the racetrack in turn number 5, a long sweeping right-hand turn where drivers can
Smoky in here, something burning.
Depending on how they get into the corner of the bus stop, or onto the short straightaway at the exit of turn 5 to carry that.
10 for Raymond. What's up, Raymond? No shark blood for you here.
Jersey will pick up the trucks.
Thank you very much, Kyle. And indeed, I will pick up those trucks as they come out of the carousel, which is turn 5. They head down.
I got 20 cents on the 33. Maddie, good to see you. What's up, Vegas? 9 cautions for Joyce. Maddie, if you're going to do these NASCAR streams, you got to pick a winner and you got to pick your dark horse.
There's blue Armco barrier on either side, so you've got to be careful getting too wide, especially as you come down this straightaway into turn 6. When they get to the corner, there is curbing to their left and their right that is...
What's a dark horse? Somebody... Somebody that you don't think is going to win.
They exit the corner, so if the drivers miss the entrance to turn number 6, they will go into the gravel trap, and that will be a problem for them. Once they come out of turn number 6, they set up for the final corner on this.
Winner 52, dark horse 17. Jake's going Christopher Bell and Gio for his dark horse. What's up, Jake?
At the west end of the course,
we get another Corey Heim win. I'm done, Jimmy says.
At the south end of this lake.
5 o'clock on the East Coast is not mid-afternoon.
First, exit first.
Okay. To me it is. When you go to bed at 1 a.m., it's mid-afternoon, Tom.
The NASCAR team spent some time last week with his stepdad.
Not sure how Heim will do, but it's beer time. That's right.
It's the curious builder.
I think he's got the best truck. He's got the best equipment. And he's out front, so...
Race teams. So he said, well, why not try to do it? He also likes to control his future, which is something you do when you own the race team. You're less likely to get fired. The other factor was he has 9 races this year with Tricon Garage in the trucks. 9 races in the Arkham Menard Series. Brett grew up in the micros. 18 races a year is just...
So 33 to win. I don't know who else. And the 34 for dark horse. All right, there you go.
It'll be fascinating to see.
A penny, $1 million to 1.
It's one of the newest owners in NASCAR. To the pit
Works. Taking any Vegas driver to win. All I see so far is Busch.
Series. Brett grew up in the micros. 18 races a year.
Okay.
So, starts in the night.
Not mid-afternoon.
Just heard from them. They're going to be fascinating to see.
It's a thunderstorm outside now. Hopefully power doesn't go out.
To the pit entrance and the pit road, Chris Wilman.
Well, Steve Post, there were a couple surprises after qualifying, and that is the fact that both Grant Enfinger and Ty Majeski didn't even...
Looks like NASCAR Diversity Team has some moves up front.
And that being
last couple races before the playoffs start, they had to get Bubba in. Now they're working on more. I don't know about that.
I talked to him before today's race. I said, so what's
Stevie,
the approach? He said the factor starting at the back.
At $1 million to 1, I'll take $100.
Control is keeping my race truck clean. This is a new track for Ty Majeski. Yes, he's also tested a Trans Am car here in the past. I think he even ran an IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge race, but those also were run on the longer course with the boot at the far south end of the race course. So he said this was practically like going on a brand new racetrack, having to learn which
20 laps is the first stage, 20 laps is the second stage, 32 laps is the third stage.
So we mentioned the fuel window is possibly going to be tight throughout this race. Wouldn't be surprised if Joe Shear Jr. gets a little rabbit up his sleeve and maybe calls a different strategy for Ty Majeski. But he's been solid on the road courses. 4 straight top
7 to 07. Wow, he's the Spire guy. Nice.
Looking to come from the back and maybe punch his ticket to the postseason after it's all said and done.
As they make their way through turns.
Lane Riggs' very first Watkins Glen start. Man, oh man. A lot of these guys first time start.
the green flag gives us a perfect opportunity to get a Goodyear tire update presented by Goodyear. Building tires for more than 120.
Somebody that $1 on the 5 and $1 on the 66. I can't do it, or I would.
Always, forever.
Yeah, you look at this and all
Colt,
truck teams-
Tom really likes the 5 here tonight.
the trucks right now, they've got 3 sets of stickers left.
I'm okay with anyone winning alone, as Heim doesn't.
A stage at 40.
Also, my dark horse would be the 77 of Andres Perez. Gotcha, man.
Seems like it's just short of 30 laps, so it puts it in a situation. You know, typically we go to road courses, we think about shortening the stage, shorten the stage. You short that second stage, it's gonna.
I'm about tied, but I'm for dark horse.
Figure out when you can put those out and enough fuel to get you
60 likes, trying to get to 100. 40 to go. 40 likes to go to 100. Help us out, y'all. Help us out.
As Alex mentioned, next time by, we'll put them under the green flag. We talked about Corey Heim on the pole. He turned a lap just under 71 seconds, 124.308 miles per hour. Number of drivers had difficulties during qualifying. In fact, some didn't even make it onto the track. We had mentioned Ty Majeski, the defending series champion, starting back in the 33rd position.
Wow, Majeski all the way in the back.
Adjustment to the truck. Grant Enfinger starting back in 32nd position.
Todd but I would show these guys how to run a truck.
In this case, it was
That's for sure.
Axel. We mentioned those drivers in particular because Majeski, 61 points above the cut line. Enfinger, 89 points above the cut line. 3 playoff spots remain. Alex, if somebody who is playoff eligible wins here tonight, a series regular, that will put a lot of pressure on those drivers that are trying to get in on points.
It will. And another factor in all of this is Stuart Friesen, who was injured in a big block modified crash some 9-10 days ago. Our continued well wishes and positive vibes go to Stuart and his family for his recovery. The green flag is yet to fall on today's race. Therefore, Stewart still technically has not missed a race. Even though he's got a win under his belt at Michigan International Speedway earlier, he's still a playoff eligible driver. So he can't apply for a medical waiver until he officially misses a race, which would be once the green flag flies. Now, the injuries we're hearing from his wife, Jess, who's put it out on social media. Will he be able to return before the end of the year or not? That's to be determined. The smart money says no. Stewart needs to make sure he recovers 100%. So how does that shake things up in the playoffs? Nobody has an answer to any of that until this race is over today. Once that happens, that could really change things in the playoff picture even more.
The drivers who are locked into the playoffs, Corey Heim, again, the regular season champion. Also Chandler Smith, Lane Riggs, Daniel Hemrick.
All right, we're about to go green, y'all.
Alex just explained the situation regarding Stuart Friesen, the field right now, coming through turns 6 and 7.
Here they come into 6 and 7. The pace car will make its way to pit road here in just a moment, and we'll be ready to put them under the green flag to get this race underway. 72 laps in length.
Here they come now, turn 7, the right-hander. That will move the field back onto the front straightaway. The pace car well in front of the field had already...
All right, y'all, here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, bull.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
In his red, white, and blue Toyota, who takes the green, guides the field quickly down to the hard right-hander in turn number 1.
Let's go.
For Corey Heim at the drop of the green flag, he's quickly.
Lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr.
Bell rides in the number 2 spot. Third belongs to Andres Perez.
Nothing going good right now.
Spot, 5th position. It's a climb up 6.
Oh, Caruth in the pits already. What happened to Caruth?
Smith in that 5th spot as they fan out further back, just outside of the top 10. Underbraking, chasing Corey Heim into the bus stop.
What's up, Triton? Dallas, what's up?
Left-right combination of corners, and Corey...
Something's up with Caruth.
Into turn number 5 for the first time by about 5 truck lengths over Christopher Bell as they spill onto the short chute.
It is Corey Heim, the leader this time, out of the carousel into turn number 5. Christopher Bell, the second-place truck, now starting to feel the heat from Andres Perez de Lara. That's the top 3 trucks into turn 6 for the first time this afternoon. Sammy Smith runs fourth, Lane Riggs.
19 to go.
They were making their way to the green flag. Rajah Caruth peeled off the racetrack and came to pit lane.
Something's up with Caruth.
Corey Heim and the rest of the field go thundering by. Caruth will fall a lap down. As Corey Heim now...
71 has a rear axle issue. Thank you, Natman.
To leg out the advantage here, what was just a truck length or so a lap ago is now up to 7, maybe 8 over a 2-man battle for second spot.
Keep hitting that like, trying to get to 100 likes.
Perez Delora right there in the third spot. Then a bit of a gap, about 5 or 6 truck lengths back to Sammy Smith, leading that second pack of traffic in fourth. And he's beginning to find some pressure from Lane Riggs. Top 3 been able to break away.
Let's see, Jermaine.
Turn 5, the interval's still about 5 or 6.
See those 6 cautions? Big one. Heim wins. Perez. Gotcha.
Turn number 5. Pick up that battle for fourth on back that is continuing to tighten as they work their way down the short straightaway.
All right, lap 3.
And Lane Riggs.
We honor Dale Sr. on lap 3. Every lap 3, we honor you, Dale Sr. So let me see those 3s in the chat. Lap 3. We honor Dale Sr. Yes, sir. 3s in the chat.
Sticking with that battle for the fourth position. Sammy Smith still has it. Lane Riggs.
Praise Hell, praise Dale at Watkins Glen. 3s in the chat, y'all, as we honor Dale Sr. 3s.
Sixth position, Andre, or rather, that's where Lane Riggs runs. Thank you. On his way up the hill. What's up? Connor Morrison is taking the spot away from Gio Ruggiero.
Praise Hell, praise Dale. That's right, Danny.
As the front 5 begin to single out, led by Sammy Smith in that fourth position, couple of truck lengths in front of Lane Riggs, and then Connor Mosak. They're several seconds behind race leader Corey Heim, who continues to open it up over Christopher Dallara in turn 5.
Andres Perez Dallara flexing some muscle here early on in his Chevrolet Silverado.
Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you on lap 3. We honor Dale Sr. And we appreciate you. And I forgot to bring up old Dale up here. Let's do that for just a little bit.
From Lane Riggs, Connor Mosak is 6th, Gio Ruggiero, Russ Chastain, Chandler Smith, and the machine of Kyle Busch, the top 10.
Lap number 3 goes on the board. Corey Heim shows the way, and Steve Post, 35 of the 36 trucks that started the race.
Look at Maddie. Maddie, a gifted membership. Hammered. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Welcome to the club, Maddie.
One side rear axle and put a new one in, but they're struggling with it as they're trying to wedge the axle.
What darnation?
The truck. And they just didn't notice.
What's up, Mountain Billy? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Get 35K. We need some more, though. Hit that like, y'all. Hit that subscribe.
Biggest numbers on the racetrack here in these first 3 laps. Ty Majeski, also Grant Enfinger, Caden Honeycutt. They have all improved by 8 positions, but keep in mind, for various reasons, they all started at the back of the pack.
And that look at who's
Donald, do member.
The track right now is presented by Craftsman. Mid-project regret syndrome? Not on your watch. Power up your DIY game, literally, with the Craftsman V20 line.
What's up, Ricky?
System, 100 plus products, and a million reasons to build on. Learn more at craftsman.com.
Corey Heim started from the pole. He has led all 3.
Who the heck is that, Jake?
Thus far, as he moves back across the start-finish line. 4th position on back is where it heats up. Sammy Smith, Lane Riggs, and Connor Mosak to that trio as they go back to turn 1.
Lane Riggs so far has not really thrown a move to try and pick up that number 4 position, but he may pick up the intensity here because Connor Mosak is beginning to close.
26 likes to 100. Help us out. 100 likes, y'all. Help us out. 100 likes. I'm not a Chinese food fan. I'll take a fortune cookie. That's about it.
6 positions, all separated by a couple of truck lengths, and all beginning.
He started with Tampa. Doesn't at this point doesn't matter exactly. It doesn't matter.
And is backsliding potentially here in the next couple of laps into the clutches of Sammy Smith, who is in that 4th spot and feeling pressure from Lane Riggs.
Sammy Smith.
Good point, Jake.
Got a lot of
What's up, Susan? Good to see you.
Lane Riggs is there. You can also throw Connor Mosak, Gio Ruggiero, among others, behind.
15 to go here in stage 1. Heim out front. 2nd and a half.
Straight away.
Off turn number 7. Here's
awesome.
Heim continuing to leg it out. Christopher Bell 2nd.
We went through a whole bunch of them. Right.
Fight from 4th on back.
I said 5.
Riggs is hot to trot there. Connor Mozak is an interested onlooker. Gio Ruggiero just simply waiting to see what lane is going to advance.
Riggs continues to just
What happened to Rowdy?
bumper of Sammy Smith. It's their way through turns 2 and 3.
Rowdy in 10th place.
It's an actual challenge.
Jeski's moved up 11 spots from the beginning.
Just wanted to make a move though. The last
And also Caden Honeycutt in that 0-2.
Lane Riggs on Sammy Smith for that 4th spot because he knows he needs to go as Connor Mosak has closed in to make that a 3-way battle for the 3rd spot.
Thank you, Tom.
Gio Ruggiero.
Appreciate you, Tom.
Tightly bunched in the exit of turn 5.
Lane Riggs at his yellow F-150 right in the tire track.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it. I will do a gifted membership for you.
They race single file down the short straightaway. Now hard on the brakes. Turn truck to the left in turn 6. Setting up for the right-hander in turn 7.
I say 20. CeeLo is driving. Exactly.
Battling for position number 10 on the racetrack. The veteran Kyle Busch had the position, but moments ago, Connor Zilic got around him to work his way into the top 10 for the first time here this evening. In fact, they are headed off the end of the front straightaway, and they are just now entering turn 1.
Connor Zilic flexing a little bit of muscle, passing a multi-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, one of the young lions of the sport. The only 50% for being a
Corey Heim is dominating. Did we all ever think knots? Did we ever think knots?
That's the battle just into the top 10. Connor Zilic just ahead of Kyle Busch as they make their way onto the back straightaway, undercutting into the inner loop. Out of the inner loop, the battle for 4th tightens up once again.
What do you pick for today, CeeLo? I picked Corey Heim. Is there anybody else?
Sammy Smith is exit turn 5, but still can't make.
Connor Zilic. Where's Zilic at? He's in 10th.
Several laps.
Rowdy and Zilic in 10th.
It still belongs to Sammy Smith in that position. Lane Riggs just doesn't have the power right now to get past him. Onto that battle further back. Connor Zilic has moved around Kyle Busch. Now he's going after Chandler Smith in turn 7.
Trying to find some room to make the pass on Chandler Smith, that is, and just can't quite get there. Now, Steve Post, we heard the battle of Kyle Riggs.
Ronnie was here.
Sammy Smith in the 4th spot. What's the team saying about Sammy Smith?
A little bit of a log jam there, as the guys in the turns had described. He radioed into Brian Patty, said all around the racetrack, his truck is tight. That means the nose wants to slide up the racetrack, and that means it's also sprints off some speed. So they told him to
Great team win championships, not just the driver, one man says.
gain some speed with it for Sammy Smith.
So I was saying, Heim's got the better equipment than all these other guys in these other trucks that haven't done anything all season.
Here's what you missed last week on Toyota.
That's why I picked Corey Heim. Corey Heim is continuing to do things in that truck. These drivers, these new guys, I don't care if they're cup drivers or what, they're in cars that don't perform better throughout the season. It might be also including with the driver, but Christopher Bell is almost 2 seconds behind Corey Heim. He's out front. He dominated the last road race that he was at. I don't think anybody's going to be able to touch Corey Heim here at this track. So that's why I picked Corey Heim. I mean, how could you not pick him? So thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that like for us, please. We're at 79 likes. We're trying to get to 100. We are 21 away from 100 likes. Hit that subscribe up there as well. We're trying to get to 34,400 this weekend or maybe more. That would be nice as well. So 34,400 would be cool. So if you haven't hit that subscribe, make sure you do. We bring you NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series on the week on Fridays and Saturday. Next the Richmond race is going to be on Thursday night. So we'll see how that one goes. They're off next week again, and then we'll be back at Richmond. I believe that's how it goes. I'll have to look at the schedule, but they'll be on a Thursday night for that. And of course, Bristol, they'll be on a Thursday night as well. So, but thank you guys so much for hanging with us today. We appreciate you. If you picked Heim because you have his hat on, CeeLo. Well, this is Denny's hat, but yeah, I mean, this is Denny Hamlin, but I figured I better wear the 11, and I'm wearing my Hamlin shirt, so I got the 11 too. So I guess I'm all in on Corey Heim today.
You reckon?
All in on Corey Heim. So are you now trying to find where to stay, campgrounds or hotels? Lots of campgrounds that you can stay around there for sure. Shaylene Holmes, good to see you as well. Appreciate you. World According to Nate, good to see you too. Appreciate you being here. Joyce, I'm listening to you, but watching Little League World Series. Understand that. I knew CeeLo was a bandwagoner. Let's go Hamlin. There you go, Triton. Jake, they're still okay. He's talking to Jake. Stuart Friesen returned home today, back into a truck next year. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back for sure.
He really needs.
I'd rather be behind Hat. Actually, I like him. T Van says.
Playoff. Well, so far, first stage not going well for him. He has actually lost some 7 positions.
Yeah, Raj Karuth as well, out of this race right now. Never completed a lap.
Bad news, good news. The good news is he's already locked into the playoffs, but
I'm glad you noticed, Tom.
So here early on, in fact, never even completed the opening lap.
Now, tough break for Raj. I know he's excited to take the green flag and get after it here today. Let's follow up on pit lane. Some stories with Chris Wilner.
Well, Alex, you mentioned Ben Rhodes, who's in a must-win situation right now, kind of backsliding in the running order after he started in the 9th position. He came over the radio as the trucks were doing their parade laps. He said, I feel like the tires aren't up to the correct air pressure. There was no response from the crew, and then suddenly on fire off at the drop of the green flag, he went the wrong direction. Ben Rhodes complaining of an ill-handling truck, and that just may be the reason why. So right now he's going to have to ride with it here in stage number 1 that they needed, trying to contend here for a potential win and lock himself into the playoffs.
All right, thank you, Chris. 10 laps.
Look at Andres Perez in 3rd place, y'all. Look at that 77 in 3rd place.
About the fact that only 2 races to go here in the regular season before.
Trying to see who this is. They got on FS1.
Right now on the racetrack, Corey Heim continues to lead. Nobody's threatened him since the start of the race.
Where's Chris Buescher at?
Seconds back to Christopher Bell.
That's 66. Majeski up to 21st.
Racing. Then it's Andres Perez de Lara, Sammy Smith, Lane Riggs to complete the top 5. Let's pick up the lead.
Infinger in 20th. Buescher in 17th.
Then reasonably tight battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and continues. Grace Perez de Lara has put about 4 truck lengths between himself and Sammy Smith.
Has that another 3 or 4 truck
Oh,
lengths?
Caden Honeycutt is stuck.
We have 1 truck that has come to a stop here on the back straightaway, just as the trucks exit the.
Caden Honeycutt. Oh, no, that's the 2.
Access road or the old.
That's Will Lambroth.
Truck that has come to a stop here on the back straightaway, just about a half a lap or so ago.
Yeah, the 2. Gotcha.
I'm getting it refired and continuing on.
And we got a caution.
Caution came out. Daniel Hemrick was on the pit lane at Steve Post. They're going ahead and working on that truck.
They're actually just doing a real pit stop, and I am wondering if this is not a strategy call, and they saw that truck stop. Now they're actually now just working on the right side to make the trip's full of fuel. He's down and away. It looked like a routine stop, and I'll check in with the team, but I'm wondering if they didn't see that truck stopped out there and just kind of flip things around here a little bit and put themselves in a better spot once the first round pit sequencing ends.
Steve, we often talk about people racing in road course races backwards. We talked earlier, you and I did off air, but the fuel window is about 30 laps. Well, if you go from 72.
Who's in the spot ahead of Raj?
30 again, that puts you at lap 12.
Derek White, he's 2 laps down.
To kind of flip this around, a heads up call when you see a car.
Barrage is 12 laps down, so.
In a position to get to pit road before that caution came out. They're in a position where they can go from here.
How long do tires last year? Not too sure.
Situation regarding Daniel Hemrick, and Todd mentioned the truck stalled.
Is it going to rain? No.
Will Lambert
not going to rain.
Noted, driving for Rayon Brothers Racing. What's the under caution for the
What caution?
Hey.
Under caution for the first time today. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. Thanks so much for hanging out with us on our early Friday, mid-late evening. Is that better, Tom? Early Friday, mid-late evening. Frankie up to 29th. Watch out. That's right. Hey, Frankie's getting better, man. Frankie's getting better. He's in 29th on the lead lap. So, hey, I'll take it. You'll take it. It's good. He's better than these other drivers here. Daniel Hemrick now, so moving him on up. But Heim, there goes his 2.5 second lead. But I don't think it'll take... Yeah, if it rains, they'll just put some rain tires on. Yeah, the rain tires are in effect here this weekend. They are here, so if it does rain, we will have that. But looks like we're going to have pit stops here with 8 to go in the first stage. 8 to go in the first stage. And we're going to have pit stops here very shortly. We'll see if Heim Time and his crew can get him out first. By Christopher Bell running in second. 2 Toyotas out front, then 2 Chevys. Perez and Sammy Smith, and then your first Ford, Lane Riggs, making his very first Watkins Glen start. This is a lot of drivers' very first Watkins Glen start. They had this race back in 2021, and now back here again since then.
The strategy for Daniel Hemrick and that team, does that force some other teams now under this caution to potentially now follow suit?
It may. It may, because you are in a window where you can get to. It depends on whether they want to be able to restart at the end of stage 1, if they want to stay out at that point and have, 6, 7, 8 laps on tires. I would think that they would. I think this opens a floodgate of guys coming to pit road.
And we're about as the field is coming through turn number 7. And yeah, here comes Corey Heim, the race leader. In fact, everybody in the top 10, pretty much through about the top 20 trucks, working their way down the pit lane. Let's go first to Chris Wilson.
Christopher Bell, the Hallmark Friesen Toyota, already getting work done with those Goodyear Eagle tires on the left side, being changed now onto the right side. He said, I feel like I'm getting beat in the inner loop, so they're going to make a little bit of an...
For Bell, thanks for the sub, Devontae. Appreciate you, Devontae.
On the right side as the Sunoco can goes aboard. No major complaints for his Ford F-150.
Silich inputs.
Said I need more turn in the slower sections. They're going to make an adjustment on that Chevrolet. Steve Mosh.
Riggs is in, going to get 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel, the same for Sammy Smith. And here's race leader Corey Heim winning this race off from pit road. 4 tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel, stops in the gully. They can take no adjustments. All they've been preaching to Corey is...
All day, Corey Heim, man. All day.
Strike here, so good stance here. And midway through stage number 1 here, I believe, lap number 3.
Riggs up 3 spots to second.
Back out onto the track.
Christopher Bell down 3 spots.
Follow up and figure out what the strategy is, because 2 drivers stayed on the track in Gio Ruggiero and Ben Rhodes from Watkins Glen International.
All right, so Gio and Ben Rhodes stay out. Corey Heim first out with that first pit stall. And telling you, these drivers might be good, but they're also dealing with crew in these trucks too as well. So that has to be another factor. But Corey Heim's crew's been doing it all year. He's a great driver. I don't see anybody beating him today, but you never know. We'll see what happens. One man says, CeeLo, does your caution count include stage breaks? Yes, it includes stage breaks. So 1, 2 stage breaks and whatever other cautions you get is your caution thing. The 07's truck is still on pit road. Oh, Rowdy having some issues already as well. His car wasn't really running. He wasn't doing much, but they show him in 11th spot. We'll see if that redoes it. But thank you again for the sub, Devontae. Appreciate it. Where's the 5 and the 66? The 5 is on... If this is updated, she's in 16th. And Busher... is, let's see, where's Busher at? Busher, where you at? Busher, let's see where he is at. Mr. Busher in the 66. Oh, where's he at? Oh, man, is he way down here? Oh, here he is, 31st. Wow, 31st for Busher. He really lost their pit crew not too fast. 31st. I hope Heim's in Xfinity or Cup next year. I'm not sure. What do you think, Tom? Have you heard anything else about Heim going to Xfinity at least next year?
They stand today. You'd say these guys are both must wins. But
that's tomorrow. Poll for Xfinity's tomorrow.
Withdrawn from the playoffs. Then really Ben Rhodes is 16 points behind Jake Garcia.
Finished third.
And Giovanni Ruggiero, he's only 38.
Third place for Chris Wright. Get out of here.
They've got if they stay out, they can cut into that points position. They may be able to that first one out in case that becomes an opportunity.
The 07 bubble is no longer showing on the race tracker. I think Rowdy's out of this race. Oh, man.
In reverse. Backed it all the way up the pit lane, then took the right-hand turn and went back behind the wall. Chris Wilder, we were talking about Ben Rhodes. Let's follow up on that story.
Yeah, just talked to his crew chief, Doug George, and said, okay, so what's the strategy play? He said, well, we want the stage points at the end of stage number 1, and clearly we weren't getting on track position as far as making position gains during green flag action, but he also didn't expect the entire field to come down pit road. So kind of left them on an island, but he said this will be just fine because we feel like the truck is starting to come to us. They were really lacking drive off of the corners. They really weren't having that issue in practice, so it kind of caught them off guard at the start of the race. But certainly the name of the game for them is going to be points because, as you mentioned, kind of with the variable of what's going to happen with Stuart Friesen, every point is going to be really critical for them moving forward, especially after this weekend. So the strategy for Ben Rhodes is to get some stage points at the end of stage 1 and then kind of see where the strategy plays from there as far as leaving him out on the racetrack.
Kyle Busch has been reported as a broken steering box on his trucks.
So much for that.
Thing about that truck, and can they get it back out?
Well, they're going to go look at it and see. And I just heard the power steering pump failed on the truck, is what I'm hearing down here with the crew. It's something within the steering components of it. The problem with this is get it back out. We talk about that a lot with valuable Truck Series points. Kyle or this 07 team, I believe, are running for championships. So getting it back out may be an option. It may not be an option. They're taking a look at it back in the garage right now.
Quick note regarding 2 drivers that got penalties on pit road a moment ago. One of them, Chandler Smith, uncontrolled tire. The other, Caden Honeycutt, with the crew over the wall too soon. They had to come back down the pit lane to serve those penalties, and as a result, they were able to top off the field.
That's already 2 Spire trucks out of the race. Kyle Busch, done.
Yeah, since it happened,
That sucks for Rowdy.
Restart at the tail end of the line. They also lose the opportunity to choose what.
Rowdy's gonna, if he starts the Cup race, he'll tie Terry Labonte for most Cup starts in a road course
Go
at 63.
than the rest of the competition. As we've gotten the 1-to-go signal over on the back.
I actually hit the. I just wanted to see something.
They've moved the
Scroll
for this year on all the NASCAR series in between turns 6 and 7. Which means the pace car driver, today it's Eric Johnson, has to get on the hammer and get that Toyota GR track in a hurry.
And he's doing that right now because here comes the field into the restart zone, working through turn number 7. Corey Heim jumps onto the gas as he works off the corner. Gio Ruggiero is there. Here's Ruggiero to the inside, Heim to the outside. You've got Ben Rhodes stacking
green
up
flag.
the left. There goes Rhodes. He'll drive it deep into the corner and turn number 1.
Wow.
Outbreak and out bravery everybody else, and it's going to work as he'll come to the lead at the exit of turn number 1. Behind him, Troy Heim slides through to second. Here comes Ross Chastain. He'll muscle his way to third. Looking to the inside,
I'm there in second still.
Face at the front of the field to the back straightaway. It's Ben Rhodes. How long can he keep it as they race up the back straightaway and into the inner loop under braking? Is able to break away by a truck length from Corey Heim in the second spot. Ross Chastain right there in third. Heim keeping to the inside of Rhodes for the race lead in turn 5. Rhodes goes wide. Here comes Corey Heim to the inside for the top spot.
And Corey Heim will take the lead away.
I liked you more when you didn't have that wrench next to your name.
The race leader racing their way to turn number 6. Ben Rhodes has been shuffled back to second. Ross Chastain.
I'm back to the lead. Didn't take long.
5. A bit further back, Connor Zilich and Willie Sololis leading there on a 7.
Take their way off the corner, get back on the front straightaway here at the Glen. That's going to be that's away from Sololis.
Hey now.
Stays on the throttle. Under braking now.
5 laps to go here in stage 1.
So Wallace would like to get that spot back. Connor Zilich, though, holds him off as they exit turn number 1 and begin to climb up the hill. Didn't take Corey Heim.
8 likes to go to 100. Help us hit that like, y'all. Himself.
The battle for second really beginning to tighten up from second on back, led by Ben Rhodes in that second position into the inner loop with Ross Chastain right there in third. Christopher Bell in the 4th spot, all within a truck length of each other. Back into turn 5. Here's Chastain now to the inside of Ben Rhodes. That is a side-by-side race for the runner-up spot as they exit turn 5.
Chastain now will slide in front of the Ben Rhodes truck coming out of turn number 5. Give Chastain the second position. Here is Christopher Bell, door to door with Ben Rhodes for the 3rd spot. On the approach to turn 6. Ben Rhodes has got the advantage to the inside, but it's Bell firing his way around the outside. He'll take the 3rd spot away.
Time still in the lead.
Laps to go.
You see those 11s.
Of the race. Corey Heim, the leader. Ross Chastain to second. Christopher Bell, as Tim described, just got third. Ben Rhodes backslides.
What is Bell's number? It's 52, Lori.
Their tires just trying to.
That like y'all needs a new Hamlin Speedo.
Final laps in the opening stage. He is secure, at least for the moment, in the number 4. And that's because they're racing hard. This is big fast. For Daniel Hemrick is all in this versus 0-0. Just Eric Wood.
Daniel Hemrick hangs on to that spot for now. Gio Ruggiero stepping out of line to his inside, under braking into the inner loop. Ruggiero will hang on to that position. Connor Zilic in that pack of traffic. All of this from 5th on back. Ben Rhodes in 4th, a little bit of a gap back to Ruggiero and Zilic. They run 6th and 7th.
And as all this is happening, Corey Heim, the race leader, continues to increase his lead. Heim is already under braking going into turn number 6. Ross Chastain and Christopher Bell starting to battle from 2nd on back. Then you have that battle going in for 5th with Gio Ruggiero, Connor Zilic, and Daniel Hemrick.
All these drivers spill up off of turn number 7. Back to the front straightaway. The battle for 2nd tightens up on the front stretch. Ross
Connor Zilic,
looks
6th place.
See Christopher Bell now in that bright blue sheen bearing down on his tailgate.
He is going a hunting. Christopher Bell closes in on the back bumper.
2.5 second lead already. Heim, Chastain, Bell.
Number 2, there's nothing there. Chastain.
That watermelons. Let me see those watermelons.
Truck length as they climb up the hill.
Speaking of pulling away by truck lengths, that is what Corey Heim is doing right now at the front of the field, all by himself into the inner loop by about 12 to 15 truck lengths over that race for 2nd. Ross Chastain doing a nice job fending off a hard-charging
CeeLo Ryder,
2nd spot.
the
And about 10
streaker.
more truck lengths back to Ben Rhodes in 3rd. Gio Ruggiero, he continues to have his hands full in the 4th spot. Connor Zilic dipping down to driver's right to take that spot away.
Well, that traffic swings their way out of the carousel. The battle for 2nd continues to be tight.
2 laps to go here.
The running room around Ross Chastain. Can't find it. He'll follow Chastain back to turn number 7. Gio Ruggiero, meanwhile, in the 5th spot, cannot shake Connor Zilic.
Zilic has been looking.
Oh, I forgot to give you that address, Joyce. I'll do that for you.
Turn number 7, further ahead, across the line. 1 lap to go in the opening stage. The battle for 2nd, Ross Chastain with Christopher Bell right behind in turn 1.
That's a pretty good battle, but it's a country mile behind the leader, Corey Heim, who makes his way through turn number 2. Behind him, Ross Chastain. Rear view mirror full of Christopher Bell in the Stewart Friesen truck. They run all by themselves, separated by less than a truck line. The battle for 2nd.
Christopher Bell having to stay in the line for now on Ross Chastain in that 2nd
Final
spot.
lap here.
Behind the race leaders.
In
They
stage
make a move in
1.
the corner. Bell steps out of line now on Chastain. Can't make a move. Look to driver's right. Now left within a truck length.
Liking Connor's moves.
Some 20 truck lengths behind Corey Heim, who is already out of turn 5.
Here comes the race leader, Corey Heim, in his white,
Zilic up to
blue,
5th.
and red Toyota Tundra. Several truck lengths in front of this ongoing battle for 2nd between Ross Chastain and the machine of Christopher Bell. Their single file.
Zilic's trying to get around Rhodes.
Here's Connor Zilic to the outside of Ben Rhodes.
Oh, Ben Rhodes got loose.
And they jump out of the throttle right.
Caution and white checkered flag is in the air at the start-finish line from Rich Keeter on top of the flag stand. Stage 1 is over. Corey Heim picks up another stage win. Ross Chastain will finish 2nd in the stage. Christopher Bell will be
Easy
3rd.
peasy for this guy, man.
She's able to squeeze by Ben Rhodes.
Easy peasy.
Rhodes will round out 5th. Gio Ruggiero will be in the 6th spot. William Sawalich finishes stage 1 7th. Daniel Hemrick.
The 99 got really loose. He did.
Goes out the top 10 here at the conclusion of stage number 1 as the caution flag flies for the 2nd time today.
All right, caution out under stage 1 done. Your winner, Corey Heim. The stage winner for Corey Heim time. And if you were a Heim time fan, let me see those 11s in the chat. Let me see those 11s. Let me see clocks, watches, whatever you got to celebrate your victory in stage 1 for Corey Heim, the points leader, playoff leader, regular season points leader. Give him the trophy already, y'all. Give him the trophy already because we got one more race left and then nobody can fill in for these trucks when they're in the playoffs. So the 45 failed inspection twice, lost its pit stall selection for Richmond. Wow. Yeah. But Connor Zilic, like I said, like the reason I picked Heim today, even though with a stacked field of players in this field, Heim has the best equipment going into this race. So that's what I think. So, hey, where the heck are the 22 and the 33 emojis? Oh, we don't have any 22 for this race, but I can do the 33. Now that you're a member, I can do that 33 for you. I don't know if I can find one for you, but yeah, you enjoy these emojis, Maddie. I know I don't really do much NFL. Maybe this year, maybe I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But if we do play NFL, it'll be straight like play by play, and that is it. No logos, nothing. Like I ain't taking the chance. We've had some bad luck with NFL, so. But thank you guys for tuning in. We're trying to get to 100 likes. 3 more to go to 100. 3 to go to 100 likes, y'all. Help us out. Preseason? No, I'm not even interested in the preseason. I think Zilic is winning stage 2, T-Van says. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a complete domination of Corey Heim. I don't. He pulled away. He passed the 2 that was in front of him and pulled away to 2.5 seconds. I don't see anybody beating Corey Heim here today. Game ended last night 23-23, but it's preseason. Exactly. They auto stopped my membership. My card has gotten fraud charges like 4 times this year so far. Oh man, that sucks. Okay, I got you. I understand now. All right, so see what happens here in stage 2. We'll see what happens here in stage 2.
In the books, Corey Heim won the stage, his 15th stage win of the season. Before pit lane opens up, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the NASCAR Racing Network.
All right, so Chastain in that watermelon truck. It looks like a watermelon too. And then Christopher Bell in the Stuart Friesen car truck. And Connor Zilic in the Caden Honeycutt truck. Ben Rhodes there in 5th place, Little G in 6th. 7th is William Swallowich. 8th is Daniel Hemrick. 9th is Lane Riggs. 10th is Connor Mozak. Corey Heim, Ben Rhodes, Little G, Daniel Hemrick, Lane Riggs, and Connor Mozak all got stage points. Chastain, Bell, Zilic, and Swallowich all do not receive stage points because they're not running for the championship here in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Tom says, hey, brother, just yell my name once or twice. I might not off here because this is such an exciting race. Exactly.
But look at the impact it makes with drivers in the race.
Zilic and Heim are my 2 favorite up-and-coming drivers. I want to see them battle.
Chastain 2nd, Christopher Bell 3rd, Connor Zilic in 4th. That took away, 9, 8, 7, 24 possible stage points that all of a sudden aren't there.
Yeah, you're right about that. And it's great to have Cup Series regulars or Xfinity Series regulars, or heck, even drivers making one-off types of starts that aren't full-time drivers at all. It's great to have them in the race. That's part of professional racing. Let's keep in mind, this is a professional racing series. So there are some rules in place where Cup Series veterans can only make 5 starts in a season, all of them in the regular season. Now, rookie campaign Cup Series drivers get a handful more starts, but there is a level of frustration for the drivers who are registered to try to go for the championship here in the Truck Series. To your point, they miss out some potential valuable championship points.
And to your point about the fact this is professional motorsports, I think if you talk to most of the drivers in the garage area, they're going to say, "Look, no, I'm not going to use that as a fallback excuse. I'm in control of my own destiny. I don't care who's out there on the track. I've got to go out and make it happen."
You've had 16 races to this point to try to win a race to make yourself locked in.
Corey will never be able to hold off these stars. Bobby, I don't think so.
But we'll see how it plays out.
We'll see what happens.
It's today's event. 51 laps, as a matter of fact, remain as we work caution flag for the second time. Laps do continue to count. We're to 18 to go now, stage number 2. Pit lane is open, and
20 laps here in stage 2.
For the most part, are going to stay on the racetrack. There are a couple of drivers electing to bring their trucks in, including Ben Rhodes in front of Chris Wilner.
And remember, he stayed out at
Yeah,
that
Ben Rhodes and Little G stayed out.
finishing 5th at the stage and getting some points. Major complaint is the fact that any truck that gets close enough to pack air, he feels like he's sliding loose. So Doug George gets the call. A chassis adjustment as the wrench goes in the rear deck lid. Also,
A Truck Series juggernaut? Who?
Of Sunoco Fuel. Chris Butcheroff
Who brought him?
pit as well. They've been struggling with fuel pressure issues. Said about 60% throttle or higher. They're having a little bit issue on the power, so they're going to address that on this pit stop. Steve Post, anybody by you?
Yeah, Gio Gerald with the other driver, Chris, that we referenced that did not pit there on lap number 13. He's reported his truck is very tight, and where it's the worst is in turn number 2.
Yeah, no Xfinity next week.
And it's momentum up through the S's, so they made a chassis adjustment, and that was Gio just pulling out there alongside of it. So in 4-tire Sunoco Racing Fuel and that adjustment. Looks like we've got Tanner Crayon getting service as well.
OCW?
Pit stop the end of stage number 1.
So again, recapping: Gio Ruggiero, Caden Honeycutt, Brent Cruz, Chris Busher, Tanner Gray, Spencer Boyd, and GN Bufamonte among the drivers taking this opportunity to come down pit road. DIY.
All right, so Corey Heim, Chastain, Bell, Zilich, William Swallowich are your top 5. And I don't think many other people pit, so we're going to go back to green here. Kyle Busch behind the wall with a broken truck. And Caruth never took a lap. So Caruth is out as well. And Lambros, who stalled out in one of the turns, he is now back on the track, but he is in 35th place. Caden Honeycutt in that 02 truck running into this truck tonight just because he had a need to ride since he got let go from the 45. That's why Zilich is in that truck. And Caden Honeycutt's going to be going to the 52 for the rest of the season. So, should be interesting.
Daytona.
It's a NASCAR fan.
This is on FS1, yes, FS1. Christian Eckes, he'll be driving that 5th truck for a familiar team, McAnally Hagerman Racing, to drive the 16 truck for Richmond, one of the 2 starts this year. Awesome. So Christian Eckes back to the trucks.
This is the NASCAR Racing Network.
Kendrick, what's up, man? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Keep on hitting that like, y'all. We're at 100 likes finally. Thank you guys for getting us there. Hit that subscribe as well, 34,313. If you haven't subscribed to us, make sure you check out our paint scheme and race weekend preview. Did that this morning, dropped that this afternoon. So make sure you check that out as well for the paint scheme and race weekend preview that we do every Friday for you guys. So make sure you check that out. So, all right. And check out our cruise vlog too. We put out a cruise vlog yesterday. Me chilling on the beach. So in a Denny Hamlin Speedo, as T-Van and Dallas say. It's still in a commercial here. So 18 laps to go already in stage 2. And that sun is getting a little lower. 23 laps of 72 complete, almost halfway. Amazing channel and a great guy here. If you're not subscribed, please do. It's free. Now, Triton that's in our chat tomorrow, we will be putting in a pin message a thing to help a GoFundMe for Triton. He's got a lot of medical bills. He's going through a lot of diagnosis and just need prayers for him. So tomorrow, all day tomorrow, we will have in the pin message to GoFundMe for Triton. So it'll be a separate, not through me. It'll be through his GoFundMe page, but the link will be in the pin message. So if you guys can help, that's great. If not, I totally understand, but it will be there for you guys too. And also, happy birthday to Liam. Liam's birthday, right? Am I right? It's Liam's birthday. So Daytona will be on my birthday next year, Joyce says. But happy birthday. Lou's birthday too. It's Lou's birthday. Liam's birthday as well. Happy birthday, Lou. Lou, man. Happy birthday to you, buddy. All right, here we go. Expect 17 to go here in stage 2.
The penultimate race.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, Danny.
Now
Definitely for sure.
The Martinsville Speedway and Championship.
And what did you think about the intro? New intro. Ryan put that together for me, and I edited it out a little bit. But what do you think about the new intro to the race? Got something new for an intro.
The NASCAR Racing Network.
Field on the backside of the course, getting the signal will put him back under the green flag. Next time by the top 22 drivers in the running order, they will be on older tires. From 23rd position on back is where we find the drivers who just were on pit road, beginning with Gio Ruggiero. A 9-lap difference between the older and newer tires as we get ready to go back racing. Should mention the fact that Derek White got the free pass. That puts him back on the lead lap. The field is currently working down the short straightaway, headed toward turn 6 and then to turn 7, as we will soon be back racing.
Yeah, we will. And this one has got a lot of different twists and turns that we've seen going on. Corey Heim, however, has been the one consistent. He's been at the front of the field 20 of the 23 laps.
Okay, but a question for you. The last time this series was on a road course at Lime Rock Park, he led 99 of 100 laps. I don't think he's as dominant so far this evening as he was then.
Well, and that's why you don't take hats to victory lane and say, yeah, we've already got this one.
Bobby, it's your birthday too? Oh my God.
His name on a trophy until it's all said and done. They hit the restart zone. Green
it's on different channels.
Racing again here at Watkins Glen. 16 laps to go here in stage number 2. The battle for the race lead is on. Here comes the Melon Man.
I'm in Melon Man.
Drivers left under braking in the.
Oh.
Drives it deep into turn number 1. Riding that outside lane. Drivers left, but it's not over yet. Now it is. He slides across the nose. Chastain will take the lead as they race their way.
New leader, Chastain.
Third, Connor Zilla, kicking number 4.
They all quickly single out among the top 5 to 10 trucks, and now they fan out again for the lead, but Ross Chastain is able to hang on to it under braking into.
Look at Chastain
Second spot,
taking the lead from Heim.
Able to break away by 2 lengths from Christopher Bell. Here is Corey Heim, a little bit of contact to Ross Chastain. Moves him up the racetrack in turn 5.
I'm in the inside.
Corey Heim racing really hard with Ross Chastain.
Ooh, Chastain about cut him off.
He can't do it this time on the
Christopher Bell's right there.
Here's Heim, duck into the inside of Chastain. Chastain trying to throw the flag. Heim was there, go side by side in 7th of the way.
Wow.
Early in stage number 2,
Heim's all over the place.
Lap of the race, the battle for the lead heats up again. Here comes Corey Heim.
Side by side, did it a 1.
Pushes up alongside of Ross Chastain, and Christopher Bell thinks about making it 3.
Oh my gosh.
They fight for 1 and 2. Christopher Bell right back in position number 3.
Heim's got it.
Right now.
Finally.
1 into the right hand.
Oh! Chastain almost turned him.
Ross Chastain. The Melon Man's not done yet. He is right on.
He almost turned him.
Looking at Christopher Bell for third.
It's Christopher Bell in the third.
Almost turned him.
Pressure to his inside. That is driver's right out of turn number 4 and up the back straightaway. That's going to be the truck of Connor Zilic making an aggressive move, but has to fall in the line.
Heim winning this one, CeeLo? I think he is.
Break away by 2 truck lengths over Ross.
Unless they wreck him. That's the only way.
Turn 5 and hit the short straightaway.
Leaders have definitely picked the pace up here at the start of stage number 2. It is Corey Heim, the race leader. Ross Chastain is now settled into the 2nd spot. Christopher Bell is 3rd. Bell has got Ross Chastain, or excuse me.
It'd be awesome if Bell won and dedicated it to Stewie.
Straight race here after this restart.
And that 52 is good. I mean, he won at Michigan. That truck's good.
Corey Heim back at the point. Now, Steve Post, we've had strategy already begun.
And Heim's opening up to a half a second already.
Hitting on different sequences and different laps. What are you hearing as far as fuel mileage goes?
Yeah, and Tom Gordon laid this out really well when we saw Daniel Hemrick come down on lap 12. He gave the window of 30 laps, so 12 plus 30 is 42, and then we go another 30, that's 72. And that is good. We heard the same number down here with 30, but listening to Phil Gould, crew chief for Connor Zilic,
Ricky says Heim will have trouble. You better watch. We'll see.
It's less than what we had hoped for, so maybe we're looking.
That was close, man. Chastain got to his bumper and almost turned him.
On the Corey Heim.
That was crazy.
Scott Zipadelli said, "Save me fuel, particularly during these caution periods." The good part about this run is we have the end of stage number 1 and we have the end of stage number 2 with the cautions. Where this gets interesting is the final.
You actually forgot it was Friday?
So it's going to be interesting. They're burning up the calculators down here trying to figure out fuel mileage, because this looks like it's going to be real tight for those trucks that pitted on lap lap 12, and the ones that pitted the lap later on lap 13.
Yeah, as you look at this, obviously, as Steve talked about, you'll make at least 2-1 on these cautions that happen for the stage breaks. The challenge for these crew chiefs that they've got to figure out at this point, can I short stage 2? I don't think I can, but I might want to if I want to be aggressive and count on maybe.
I remember Heim had the dominant truck at Homestead, but had an issue.
With 13 laps to go here in the second stage of the race, 45 laps to go in the overall advertised.
Next year, Harley,
after Ross Chastain,
Caden Honeycutt's going to be in that 52 for the rest of the year.
Right back to the point. In fact, Heim has led ever since lap number 16. He just put lap 27 on the board, and he's headed toward Kyle Rickey.
Working through the inner loop right now is race leader Corey Heim, and has been able to open it up to about 7 or 8 truck lengths. Back to Ross.
Back to a second now for Heim.
Leaders, Connor Zillich to the inside of Christopher Bell for the 3rd spot.
We'll pick up that battle out of turn number 5. Here is Connor Zillich in his black and white Chevy. Right.
Happy birthday, Bobby.
Of Christopher Bell.
Ricky says, I like Honeycutt.
Fighting for 3rd. Bell has a half a truck length over Connor Zillich. Zillich has no choice but to follow in his tire tracks back to the front straightaway.
At least
protect your melons.
See what he does now when he gets back up to speed here on the front stretch. Zillich is right there looking at the tailgate of Christopher Bell. Does he pop out of line in turn 1? The answer to that is no. He's going to follow his tire tracks up fastest to Dave Moody.
Christopher Bell so far able.
All right, yes, sir.
The advances of Connor Zillich, but he's unable to pull away by more than a truck length, maybe 2, as they make their way up through the S's. Front of the field, Corey Heim doing afternoon long, pulling one to about an 8 to 10 truck length difference.
Tanner Gray up 7 spots from the restart.
Unchallenged in that.
And Brent Cruz up 5.
That right, left, right combination of corners. Then the race for 3rd, a couple of truck lengths behind Chastain, led by Christopher Bell. He has 1 length, now less than that. Connor Zillich is right there in position number 4.
Connor Zillich continuing to pressure Christopher Bell
for
his 3rd spot. For the moment, Christopher Bell has been able to hold off Connor Zillich, but I don't know how much longer he can do so because Zillich is continuing to pressure him. And look,
Zillich
trying to find some opening to get around Christopher Bell for the 3rd slot.
That is a
Corey Heim, Chastain, Bell, Zillich, Swallowich.
For Bell in the Toyota, and Connor Zillich in the Chevrolet driving for Al Neese Motorsports. That battle comes back across start finish. Again, Christopher.
He'll be racing in the 52.
Still has the 3rd spot, but Connor Zillich right there in turn 1.
Zillich keeping the pressure on, not allowing Christopher Bell to have an errant breath.
They cut him because he signed a contract with them for next year.
Spread out at this point. Oh, finishing Corey Heim, who shows the way one more time to the back straightaway.
Was able to extend his lead to still about 7 or 8.
Who the heck is Wesley Slim? I don't know.
And a couple of laps ago, it looked like Bell was.
I don't know who it is.
On Chastain for that 2nd position.
Richmond next Friday, y'all.
Trucks. Truck lengths. Chastain back to Bell in 3rd.
Saturday night racing.
Back to Zillich in 4th. Then a large gap back to William Sawalich to round out the top 5. He has a couple of truck lengths over the next truck in line as they exit the corner.
Halfway through stage 2.
Camera truck currently rides in the 6th position, Kyle. 7th right now is the Lane Riggs. Behind Lane Riggs is by Connor Mosak. Sammy Smith.
The 71 is finally back on the track, huh?
Spot Andres Perez Delara round out the top 10.
He's back on the track, 30 laps down. 30 laps down for Raj Caruth. He's back on the track. He never completed a lap. He went off to the pit road when they were pacing to start this race, and he is now on the track. He's 30 laps down. 10 laps to go here in stage 2. Corey Heim continues to lead Chastain by 1 second as Heim time battled with Chastain a lot, but figured it out, and he got in front of him. Lane Riggs up there in 7th place. This is his very first time racing in this track. Doing pretty good in the top 10. He is my dark horse, and I have Corey Heim winning. Those are my picks. But we'll see what happens here. I got another, if this goes green all the way till stage, we'll see what the next restart brings with Heim and whoever's next to him. Ricky, did you see Chris Wright finish 3rd in the ARCA race? I still don't think it's true. I think maybe it was a someone else named Chris Wright, but wasn't Chris Wright.
He has just emerged from the garage area and on the racetrack. He has yet to complete a single lap. He's now all.
And now Caden Honeycutt on the pit road as well in the 0-2.
Well, he just came to pit lane, dropped the window net on that black, red, and white truck, and they are now pushing that truck backwards up the pit.
And there's the 2 truck having some issues again.
The wall. His day may be over as well. From Watkins Glen International, this is the NASCAR Racing Network, home of the top trucks in NASCAR.
So the 2 looks like he's coming to pit road as well. So if you have a 2 on your truck, it's not looking too good for you today. The 0-2, anything with O in front of it's not looking good today. Rowdy, he's behind the wall too, out of this race. The 0-2 looks like he's coming. The 2 is going to be out of this race as well. So lots and lots of trucks dropping out of this race. But Heim Time continues to lead now up to Chastain, a second and a half now, almost on Corey Heim. And then you got Bell, who's another second behind the 2 race leaders. You got Matt Crafton and Chandler Smith battling for position as well here for 16th and 17th spot. And that 2 truck is just twiddling around here, trying to get back. Hopefully they don't call a caution here. He is slowly coming around. At least he's not stalled, but he's just taking his time to get back. The 2 truck is having some issues. The 38 is smoking, another car. 38 is having issues as well.
Welcome you back to Watkins Glen International. We're down to now 40 laps to go in today's race, and Chandler Smith is off the track and headed to pit lane in front of.
My gosh, these trucks! What's up with these trucks?
And it is absolutely corded, shredded as it was coming down. We heard Dave during our
tire down for Chandler Smith.
May have been some contact, but that left rear tire is all but shot. So they changed that tire, packed it full of snow and fuel. Chandler Smith's going to have to make up some time here.
So he returns to the racetrack. As he does, William Lambros comes off the track, a broken track bar, the issue there. And a problem we talked about, Alex actually mentioned before he went to the last break, the fact that Caden Honeycutt had an issue, his Young's Motorsports truck, with a transmission problem. So a lot happening here in these last couple of laps, and we still have 8 laps to go, Alex, in stage 2.
Yeah, we do. And Corey Heim, still the race leader. He's got a 1.3 second lead now. On second place, Ross Chastain. Christopher Bell is third. Connor Zilich is fourth. As a matter of fact, why don't we run you down the leaderboard? Being scored in the 5th spot is William Sawalich. 6th, 7th is Lane Riggs. 8th is Connor Mozak. And 9th rather, Sammy Smith, and 10th is Andres Perez de Lara.
With Tyler Ankrum in 11th, Parker Kligerman in 12th, Grant Enfinger 13th, Gio Ruggiero 14th, Ty Majeski 15th, Matt Crafton is 16th, Tanner Gray 17th, Ben Rhodes has fallen all the way back to the 18th position, Jake Garcia 19th, and Matt Mills in 20th.
Being scored 21st is Dawson Sutton. Timmy Hill is 22nd. Tony Breidinger.
How many subs? Next goal. We get to 34,350 would be good tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen either. But sub it up, y'all. Help us out. Sub it up.
Is Wesley Slip. 29th is Spencer Boyd, and 30th is Chandler Smith.
Then Derek White is in 30th.
Keep on hitting that like as well. Trying to get to 150 on the likes.
Behind the
150 on the likes. Help us out with the trucks.
Talk about Will Lambros going.
The 9 is now in the pits. Enfinger
is out of the race, 35th. Rajah Karup had an axle issue on the opening lap of the race, shown in the 36th position. Right now, 6 laps to go here in the second stage of the race. Corey Heim won the opening stage, and he continues to lead.
On pit lane right now is Grant Enfinger, who pulls off the track, as does Chandler Smith for a second time, as Enfinger and Smith are in front of Chris Wilner.
Well, Grant Enfinger, this could be a strategy play, because Jeff Stankiewicz came over the radio during this last run and said, I don't know if we can make up the track position based on speed, although I think we're better than the 6 trucks in front of us. They're going to go ahead and make a 4-tire change packet full of Sunoco fuel. Now, Chandler Smith, problems continue. They've got the baseball bats out. They're having a clearance issue on the left rear. We heard about the corded tire that they already came down last lap. They're going to have to change it again, and it looks like there's part of the tire carcass that is
what's up, Suzanne? Good to see you.
Possible brake caliber as well.
Yeah, and SPG signed a multi-year contract.
Strategy play for
Good for him.
Grant Enfinger.
Chandler Smith, one of the drivers already locked into the playoffs. Grant Enfinger, who was just on pit road, he was 89 points above the cut line coming into this evening's race. Chris Buescher with an unscheduled pit stop. Crew has been swirling around his truck. In fact, the hood was up on the truck, and right now the crew looking toward the back end of his machine. But difficult evening for Chris Busher, and maybe reflective of the kind of season the folks at Force.
Did you follow Jade?
Yeah,
She won the Extreme Outlaw Midget Championship in her second year.
A lot of racing still to go.
First female to do it.
To
Nice.
be in the playoffs. They're trying to get the
Playoffs.
Majeski in, if not another driver like a Ben Rhodes or a Matt Crafton that they can jump up
So,
and either win today or next week.
Through under the truck of the 38. Looks like he's done too.
Way in as well, but we saw a strategy.
Crazy all these trucks falling apart.
Daniel Hemrick on lap 11 came to pit road under green just as the caution was coming out, our first caution of the day. And now you heard Chris Wilner talk about the Grant Enfinger pit stop with crew chief Jeff Stankiewicz.
Yeah, I'm still trying to put that one together. I don't feel like we're in a fuel window to get the end. Obviously, we still got 37 laps left in this, and we're talking about being like 28, 29.
Trouble turn 2, one truck hard into the outside wall, having dirty contact, drifting off into the grass, facing us head on in a big cloud of smoke.
Who is it?
To determine who that is, but it was a tire problem coming into turn number 2. Looked like the left front tire may have given way, and
Oh, there it is. Who is that?
In turn number
Can't
2.
see the number.
That'll put caution on the speedway for the third time in today's.
I can't see the number of the truck.
Lick that was taken down there in
Is it
number
Emmerich?
2, right at the very bottom, the lowest point of the race.
Jack Wood.
The driver involved. The
Jack
65-year-old
Wood.
out of Loomis, California. Hard contact down there, Dave.
Jack
Not sure
Wood with the
how it all
caution.
began or not.
It looked to me, Alex, it just didn't
91
turn.
is destroyed, CeeLo.
Number 2 came across the track all the way across.
It's the 91 Jack
right,
Wood.
Driver's left. Went 3/4 arcing into that outside wall, a pretty heavy hit into the safer barrier, then ended up on the other side of the track, up against the guardrail at the entrance.
Yeah, he just.
number 3.
Yeah, it looks like a tire blew, and he just went right into the rear, to the rail.
There she is, tore up.
Yeah, I just got a chance to watch this one back on the replay.
Yep.
It looks like he lost a left front tire, and that sent that truck straight to the left wall and took that pretty.
Boom, and then he nailed the rail again.
We've been talking about Corey Heim having such a strong run this evening. Could there possibly be a problem there?
Oh, no.
You know, to Scott Zipadelli, that the fuel pressure gauge is starting to pop around a little bit at the top.
Heim with a fuel issue.
Up there at the top of the S's. So I'm going to go to Todd Gordon on that and just see what that means as far as the fuel goes. But listening to other crew chiefs, fuel mileage is not as good. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to have a couple of drivers come down now. They don't think they can make it, maybe even to the end of this stage. So, Todd, when you have a driver say fuel pressure is dropping just a little bit at a place like the top of the S's, what do you read into that as a crew chief?
Well, I'm wondering, through that, you got turn 2 and then 3 and 4 up through the S's. You're kind of going back and forth. We talked about this. Everybody came.
Man, oh man.
This is 24
more mechanical issues. What's the deal? These trucks haven't done anything in a week?
Maybe we're not seeing 30. Maybe
what's going on here?
Within 4 laps of running out.
4 laps to go here.
Maybe to the point that the pickups are becoming uncovered when
this is crazy.
And start to suck a little bit of air and cause that fuel pressure to
hit that like for us, subscribe to the channel, y'all up there.
Chris Wilner.
Just talked to crew chief Jeff Stankiewicz for Grant Enfinger. We just documented he was on.
Will Ross race Heim clean the stage too? I don't know. He got into the back bumper of Heim.
Here, they're going to come down and top off on fuel. Jeff Stankiewicz just said that we think with some fuel save we can make it. We just don't need any sort of green-white checker. Certainly another caution would help, but you're going to have the stage end caution as well, which will add a couple laps, and then potentially they can make it from there. So possibly
it's going to be interesting. Here we go, everybody on pit road. Heim's got that number 1 pit stall. Christopher Bell's at the very end of pit road.
Yeah, Christopher Bell's going to be one of those that pitted earlier as well in stage number 1. They're going to make 4 tires and fill it full of Sunoco fuel. This is
Give me 4 fresh feel goods and some can of Sunoco oil.
Really good at fuel saving. No major complaints except still a little bit of tight out of the bus stop. So they're going to make a slight air pressure adjustment. Parker Klickerman is in. Here comes Grant Enfinger, who's going to top off with fuel. No tire change. Down and away, as well as William Sawalich and Tyler Ingram are in.
Heim can take all day. You better go. Oh, and Zilich. Zilich. Oh. Look at that. 3 spots for Zilich. Riggs, Swallowage, Infinger up not 14 spots. He must have took 2 tires.
To the end of the stage, but they brought
He had to take 2 tires.
as I believe these fuel mileage numbers are not nearly as good as everyone thought, and nobody wants to run out of fuel here.
Nobody.
At Watkins Glen. That is a recipe for disaster.
Corey Himes' team thought he had it in the bag.
Chastain, he's still on the pit lane.
Oh, no.
Tailgate is lifted up, and the team is now working inside the tailgate. Also for Brent Cruz.
What's going on with these trucks?
Down there. There were a handful of trucks that stayed on the track, including Daniel Hemrick.
Yeah, they were taking their time, Taj.
And Jake Garcia.
They were taking their time. I could tell. But yeah. So Christopher Bell having some issues. The 52's having issues. But Himes' team was not looking fast like they were at last pit stop. Zilich comes out in first place. So this is going to be interesting to win stage 2. Someone said Zilich was going to win stage 2. T-Van, did you say that? Who said that? Zilich was going to win stage 2. And man, oh man, it's going to be interesting here. Where's the 5 at? And they haven't updated the standings yet. We'll wait till they update the standings because Zilich's going to be in P1. Looks like Daniel Hemrick, Sammy Smith stayed out as well. So Hemrick, Sammy Smith. And is that Chris Buescher in the 66? Is he staying out as well? So we'll see what happens here with the the standings here when they refresh the standings. And I'll let you know, Tom. Watkins Glen is my favorite road course. Interesting. I think I liked Coda because it was so short. And it was like a regular racetrack. It wasn't very long. The 44 crew is changing the fuel pump for Ross Chastain. He was in second place coming into the race and now having issues for Ross Chastain. And they haven't updated the standings yet, so we'll see what happens here when they update them here. Then I'll let you know where everybody is. Come on now, NASCAR.com. Now, I'm putting together the thumbnails for tomorrow, by the way. If you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the thumbnails because right after this, we're heading out. Right after this is over. I'll be back till later in the evening. All right, there we go. Daniel Hemrick, Sammy Smith, Ben Rhodes, Jake Garcia, Timmy Hill, Frankie Munoz. There you go, Maddie. He's in 6th place. Let's go. $1 million on the line here. Tanner Gray, Connor Zilich in 8th. Corey Himes 9th. Lane Riggs 10th. 11th is William Swallowich. 12th is Grant Infinger. 13th is Gio. 14th, Tyler Ankrum. 15th, Christopher Bell. 16th, Ty Majeski. 17th, Parker Klingerman. 18th is Connor Mozak. 19th is Matt Crafton. 20th is Matt Mills. 21st is Dawson Sutton. 22nd is Ross Chastain. Went from 2nd to 22nd. And then there's Tony Brenninger, the 5, Tom. She's in 23rd. Or 24th, sorry. Spencer Boyd's in 23rd. 25th is Andres Perez. 26th is Derek White. Now Chastain now showing 27th. 28th is Brent Cruz. 29th is Wesley Sump. 30th is Jack Wood. And Buescher, 3 laps down already in the 66. Not a very good showing for the 66, but he is in the 66 for the record there. Chandler Smith, he's had some issues on pit road. Kane Honeycutt as well. William Lambros has had some trouble with the 2. Kyle Busch has been behind the wall. And Raj Karuth is back out there, but he is 30 laps down. So 5 more laps, maybe he can pass Kyle Busch and not be last. So there's your standings after the pit stops. Ronnie says, ARCA has also been having mechanical issues all day, too. I think we might see more in the Xfinity Cup. Interesting. And Maddie says, unfortunate, but Frankie did not pit.
Straightaway. That's where they'll choose what lane to restart in. And then we're
wow, Butterbean Queen was out lap 1.
Staying out and need championship points. Guys like Ben Rhodes, guys like Jake Garcia, who are 3rd and 4th. you want to do this. You want to get all the points you can. You've got to be uber aggressive, but on the same token, you got to be careful because you can't get turned around and afford to fall to the tail end of the field. Then your entire strategy's thrown upside down.
Those drivers coming out of the Thor Sport organization, we talked about the fact it's not been a typical Thor Sport type of season. Currently, they have no drivers locked into the playoffs, but if there is an organization,
Majeski won the championship last year, and he's done nothing.
In under the wire, that would be the group to do it. Right now, the field is working behind the pace car, getting ready to come back through turn 6 and 7. We'll be back under the green flag here shortly. In fact, here they come now, working through the left-hander turn 6. Now the right-hand turn 7, a one-lap shootout for the stage.
And that Toyota GR Super Pace car scoots away from the field. Got to get off the racetrack.
Here we go. Restart at a turn 7.
For the final lap of stage number 2, green flag goes back in the air through the gearbox. They go off turn number 7. Daniel Hemrick goes from driver's right to left, but his truck slows down just a bit. He's going to get freight trained.
Wow.
The driver that was a control truck, Davis, is going to get.
Oh, we got a car slideways. There goes Lane Riggs. And get Grant Finger. Spin into turn 1.
3, 4 trucks go around. Everybody trying to refire as the leaders race.
No caution. No caution. Lane Riggs got spun.
Sammy Smith has one truck length in hand as they exit turn number 4 and race up to the
Riggs around. That sucks.
Company to his inside.
Sammy Smith.
That is Ben Rhodes to the
Ben Rhodes needs this.
He will assume the top spot. Now Sammy Smith tucks in the line in the 2nd position. Jake Garcia in 3rd, and a hard-charging Connor Zilic.
I'm got around Zilic. No, he didn't.
Ben Rhodes will lead the pack.
Zilic up the 4th.
5. However, he's not quite done dealing with Sammy Smith. As a matter of fact, here is Sammy Smith looking to the outside for a moment on Ben Rhodes into turn 6. Rhodes throws the block. Further back, around they go. Connor Zilic gets turns.
Oh, Connor Zilic.
Sodas Garcia, they race off 7.
Oh.
Turn number 7, Ben Rhodes.
Zilic gets spun.
Checkered flag. He wins stage number.
Ben Rhodes.
It was Sammy Smith coming across the line, and
Woo.
Daniel Hemrick will drop back several spots, of course, after his incident.
Zilic is stuck.
Alex will finish the stage in 3rd. Corey Heim 4th. Christopher Bell 5th. Tanner Gray 6th.
Wow.
Majeski 7th. Parker Klickerman 8th. Tyler Ankrum 9th. And Connor.
Who hit the 45? I think it was the 13.
Well,
Garcia.
A one lap dash as Connor Zilic still sits in the gravel trap in turn number 6. It all started on the restart down in turn number 1. Then race leader Daniel Hemrick did not come up to speed. Everybody was shuffling for position. Lane Riggs, Grant Enfinger got turned around in turn number 1, lost all their track position.
Man.
And in turn number 6, that's when other trucks got involved, including.
Trying to see who that white truck is that started all that.
Caution is on the speedway for the 4th time.
Enfinger and Riggs. Enfinger and Riggs started it. He got spun by a white truck. I'm not sure who that was, but there it is. So Enfinger gets spun, Riggs gets spun, and then trying to see who that white truck is. I can't see the number, but that causes that. And then farther down the track, Zilic gets loose. He gets spun by the 13. He gets clipped by the 13. The 13 and the 45 spin in the turn. 13 almost nails for the 45, and they both get stuck. Looks like the 13 fired back up, but the 45 was in the gravel over there, and he is stuck in the mud over there. So, man, oh man, we are now in stage 3. Stage 3 now. Stage 3. All right. So in stage 3, you are allowed to pick your driver. You're allowed to pick who you want. And you only get to pick, you get to keep who you want, or you pick a new winner. You don't get to pick your dark horse. You don't get to pick your cautions. You can only pick your winner. So are you keeping Heim Time? Are you keeping Connor Zilic? Are you taking whoever you picked? So let me see in the chat right now, who are you taking for who's winning? Ben Rhodes just took the stage. Corey Heim won stage 1. And Sky Allen says, I'm staying with the 7. with Sammy Smith. Must be watching the wrong race, Lori says. Sticking with Tanner Gray. Ricky going with Tanner Gray at the 15. I'm taking the 7 this time, Bronny says. Kelly's going Heim time. Lori says it's raining. I don't think so. It's not raining. It's not raining here at the track. I'm changing to the 52, CeeLo. Natman going with Christopher Bell for the win. Anybody else? Staying with Heim time, John says. I'm staying with Heim as well. Anybody else? Now that Zilich is out, there's nobody to stop him. Got to stick with Corey Heim. There's nobody to take him down other than Christopher Bell. And he's already shown that he's faster than Christopher Bell. I didn't know Klingerman, but in this race, I'm going Bell instead of the Watermelon Man, T-Van says. Danny's got the 17. Jake's going the 52, Christopher Bell. Anybody else? Anybody else with your picks? Texas Ohio State should be a really good game. Anybody else with your picks? Multiple car crash on the final lap. Jermaine says yes. There was a multiple car crash on the final lap. 33. Christopher Bell for Lori. Corey Heim for Jermaine. The 34, Lane Riggs. He just spun, Lou, but we'll see if he can come back and win. Anybody else changing to the 5? Mark's going, wow. Tori Bredinger? Okay. That's interesting. Okay, the 5. Stick with Sammy Smith for John. Zilich still has tomorrow and Sunday. He's running 3 races, y'all. 3 races. It's going to be exhausted by Sunday. Happy to be me. He's got Christopher Bell fluid on the track. I don't think so. Just a lot of hard racing there at the end. But thanks for being here, y'all. Hit that like. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. We're at 116. Hit the subscribe up there as well. We'd love to have some new subscribers on the track. Or on the channel, not the track. But we'd love for you to hang out here with us. Ryan Reed says, did you know Dodge coming back? Yes, I did know that. I did know that. Thank you, Ryan Reed. All right. So there is your picks. Let's see who wins here. And we're already at 4 cautions, y'all. We're at 4 cautions. If you picked more than 4 cautions, you still might have a chance.
Enjoyed knowing him and respected what he built with that organization.
Truly a pioneer. Of course, owns Food Country USA, the Henderson family there, and that's the sponsor that's been on that truck since they've been a part of this series. And
31 laps to go.
And they want to do their dad proud here at Watkins Glen International. Parker Kligerman driving that truck. Right now being scored in the 8th position. Today is Parker Kligerman's birthday. He turns 35 years of age today, trying to win on his birthday. And there's been only
Donald sticking with the 11.
Drivers do it. It's been done 3 times. Ron Hornaday Jr., NASCAR Hall of Famers.
Just what happened to Connor Zilich? He got spun by the 13.
8 at Motor Speedway, 2009 at Milwaukee. The other driver to do it did it at Sonoma on the road course. Dave Resendez won on his birthday as well.
Some great NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series history. Chris Wilner, I know you're about to get busy on pit road, so we will go to you now. And also, if you get a chance, any update on the fuel pickup issues?
Right now, pit road is open, and the fake out for Christopher Bell caught Ty Majeski. They were going to do whatever the 52 did, and Ty Majeski ended up coming down pit road. They topped it off with fuel, pulled out some of the fender on the right front. Also in pit road was Ben Rhodes, last pitted on lap 22. He had made 4 tires and Sunoco fuel. Jake Garcia's back in, but yeah, if for different strategy, Christopher Bell, they were iffy on the fuel the rest of the way, but left him out. Steve Post?
I think Dodge needs to come back with Ryan Truex being one of their drivers. You have a bank account.
Everyone is making sure it is chock full of Sunoco racing fuel as there's still uncertainty about how far they can go to the end of this race.
We have not gotten the one to go as of yet. As of this moment, we are 30 laps to go in the race. And again, the distance you can go on a full tank of Sunoco fuel seems to be varying from team to team, Todd, anywhere from 28 laps on a full tank to some saying maybe 31 laps.
Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of those teams are kind of deferring that lower. Maybe it's more like 27, and we've seen this continue to have fuel pickup issues. We thought that Daniel Hemrick was good to get through that when he had enough fuel, but when he went to go on the restart, had a fuel starvation issue. So we'll see where this plays out. Lots of drama.
I guess the fuel issue's okay with Corey Heim. Someone didn't protect their melon and got spun.
Tires for more than 125 years from the track to the street and in all conditions. Goodyear has a tire for you. Goodyear, still, always, forever.
As we continue to work here under the caution flag on that, it is.
All right, we got 20 or 30 laps to go.
No, geographically about this place, Todd, there's a lot of elevation change here at Watkins Glen. Heck, pit lane actually goes downhill or uphill depending on which way you're standing.
Yeah, really, when you look at it, and I always felt like this from pit stall 13 forward, you've got to be able to brake. You can't get off the brake because the car will roll. There's down into turn 1 here. Continue the downward trend off of turn 1 down to turn 2. Turn 2 is basically the bottom of the racetrack. That's where you got to get that compression. Always worked on that with the drivers when we got compression. How was our turn? And then up through the S's, up to this backstretch. A lot of elevation change through that S section. And one that just, it's a challenge for these crew chiefs and drivers to work their way through.
And what Todd Gordon just described is exactly why Steve Post earlier in the broadcast said this is one track where you do not want to run out of fuel. Never a good idea, but this one, it presents its own special set of challenges. Speaking of Steve Post, let's check back in with him.
Listening to the radio conversation, Scott Cipodelli is the crew chief of
AMC Motors.
They're at in reference to Christopher Bell, who's the race leader. And he said, Corey, you can pressure him. We're 2 laps shorter, or we're 2 laps better on fuel than he is. Now, I'm close, and we're very, very close.
Christopher Bell, the new leader.
Than the 52.
The 52.
So if you need to pressure him, you need to hustle him and make him burn some more fuel. You're open to do that. But I didn't sense a real lot of confidence that he felt like they could make it here with Corey Heim. And we got to see where he realigns.
29 laps to go.
This thing sorted back out as far as the lineup goes.
To that point, Todd Gordon.
Thanks for the sub, y'all. Appreciate it.
To have a NASCAR Cup Series driver, the caliber of Christopher Bell behind the wheel of your truck, when the competition says, we think he's going to be 2 laps short, but you got a guy like him that really understands how to save fuel.
Yeah, definitely.
What is the caution for? End of the stage. We're in stage 3 now.
And we saw this. We saw this in Xfinity race last year with Connor Zillage. They needed to save fuel, and he maintained pace to the point that I think his crew chief was having kind of a emotion down there because he just didn't know what to do. Felt like he needed to save some more. You got somebody like Christopher Bell.
They're talking no. They're talking no that they're not. There's a lot of people that know they can't make it.
But you got him out in clean air. He can attack the braking zone.
Did I know this hat is ugly? Yes.
He can go to it. Christopher Bell will be able to make pace and save some fuel. That's definitely an advantage of having
this hat, Tom.
Seems to me that it's not often. I don't care if it's which series it is, NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity Series, Craftsman Truck Series, that we hear crew chiefs, okay, let's just be honest, we've accused you crew chiefs over the years of being misleading. I don't know how many times we've heard such frank comments on pit road. We're not sure how we can go on a tank of fuel.
Yeah, the biggest challenge is Steve Post talked a little bit about.
Tom called my hat horrifying. Horrible.
This was short. You go right into qualifying.
Shame on you, Miss Tom.
Up after practice.
Can I change my cautions? Nope, you can't change your cautions.
They really didn't have a good.
No, not that yellow. What are you talking about then?
Beyond fuel and a race pace. So
the third yellow was caused by
it was less than what they thought it would be mileage wise. So
the end of the stage
up here, but a lot of people that
starting 12th. Will Corey Heim show what he's made of?
They got enough fingernail and haven't chewed it down.
See what he's done. 12th place.
As a matter of fact, on the back.
See what he can make it up.
And when they come to the line, Kurt, there will be 28 laps to go.
It has been
28 laps to go with the green.
Produced 7 lead changes among.
I like your hat. Thank you, Ryan.
Cautions for 11 laps as far as the driver that led the
stage 1 end.
That has been Corey Heim. He won the opening stage of the race, but it was Ben.
And they had a couple wrecks.
That was his second stage win of the season. The first stage win for Ben.
Got your Steelers hat on. The 91 truck wrecked before that. Oh, that's right. That's right. The 91 truck, Jack Wood. Here we go. Green flag. Let's go. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
That means turn 7 is going to be at speed as these drivers now all funnel up off of the.
Here we go. Green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Ankrum.
Entry. It's Tyler Ankrum.
Tyler Ankrum.
Ankrum wants to grab the top spot away in turn one.
He's already in the playoffs.
Into turn number one.
Everybody clean into turn one.
As he had the inside shorter driver's right. Ankrum will fall back in line in the number 2 position as they follow.
T-Man. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's what it's called.
Now 4th position, and then the side-by-side racing begins from 5th on that as they exit turn number 4.
You guys troll me so much. You're lucky I have thick skin.
Move to the inside of Brent Cruz for the 5th position. Top 4 get away. In fact, the best
19th Ricky now.
Spot.
He just dropped to 20th.
Well, truck lines back and forth. This Mac truck.
See what he gets up here. Heim's still in 12th.
One spot ahead on the racetrack of the Williams-Sawalich Toyota Tundra.
Heim's got a lot to pass.
Second, Parker Clearman single file behind them as they race to 7th.
The 2 stage winners have restarted deep in the pack. Corey Heim restarting just outside the top 10, and Ben Rhodes restarting back in position number 7.
Get a Kyle Larson hat. Larson hat.
Starts heating up. It's Tyler Ankrum with the spot, and Andres Perez de Lara right
Christopher Bell. Tom, you might have it picked.
10 most of the afternoon, and he wants another spot right now. All over the tailgate of Tyler Ankrum as they make their way through the right-hand turn number 2, left-hand turn number 3. Make the move at the end. They should continue to win. Christopher Bell
by about 7 or 8 truck lengths back to this ongoing battle for the 2nd spot, led by Tyler Ankrum under breaking that is into the inner loop. The right combination of corners. Ankrum hangs on to that 2nd spot through that section. Perez de Lara right there challenging. Looking to the inside as it's a race from 2nd on back.
Here is the Lara looking to the inside of the Tyler.
27 laps to go.
Number 5. They are again racing for 2nd, and they are side by side. Andres Perez de Lara to driver's right on Tyler Ankrum in turn 6. Perez de Lara with a power move to the outside. He'll take the 2nd spot away.
Perez, look at him. Did anybody take Perez as their dark horse? I know somebody did. I can't remember who it was. Who took Perez? I know somebody did.
About Ty Majeski this evening. He's on the move to driver's right, trying to take 8th away from Parker Kligerman.
I'm now to 11th.
Majeski hasn't really shown a lot of speed until here in the final stage. We'll see what he can make of it.
Liam says me. Jermaine took him as well.
Back on the tail end of the top 10. We're great. They're on side to the assistant center break.
Another Gray to driver's left. Grant Infinger to the right. They are side by side as they make their way up the back straightaway and into the inner loop. Well behind the race leader, Christopher Bell, who is already in turn number 5.
Ooh! Heim went into that loop so fast, he almost lost it.
Now for Parker Kligerman, he's made some contact, piece of debris lane right in the middle of the racetrack off that truck. In the middle of turn 4 as he limps down the backstretch with smoke showing.
With now 25 laps to go, this time by Christopher Bell, the race leader. Andres Perez de Lara just now grabbing the 2nd spot this lap. Let's follow up in the Perez de Lara pit with Chris Wilner.
And Alex, it's been a great run for Andres Perez de Lara, who again is in that must-win situation. He came in well over 100 points below the cut line. Now you look at race leader Christopher Bell. He's not worried about playoffs. He's here to collect trophies. But Andres Perez is in that must-win situation, and he's driving with a purpose. Just checked in with the team on the radio. The instructions after passing Tyler Ankrum were to get a gap in that 2nd position, then back off your pace. He was one of those that last pitted on lap number 38. So again, they're fighting that fuel shortage possible gamble here at the finish. So for Andres,
25 laps to go here.
Then trying to back off.
Does Corey Heim have it, or is this Christopher Bell race to lose?
Really saving up fuel.
Thank you, Chris. Back on the racetrack, the battle for 4th is a good one as it heads for Kyle Rickey.
Led by Matt Kraft into the exit of the inner loop, and he has them stacked up 4 behind him. Matt Crafton has his hands full right now. William Sawalich, the first of those, lined up to his back bumper.
And I think Matt Crafton is holding up this pack of traffic right now. William Sawalich, like Kyle mentioned, the first driver behind Crafton headed to turn number 6. Behind Sawalich is Connor Mosak, Brent Cruz, Ty Majeski, and Corey Heim, all bearing down on Matt Crafton.
They are. Crafton's got everybody on that tailgate as Parker Kligerman limps that truck to the pit.
Christopher Bell's still the lead here.
And the rest of these trucks now, everybody stands on the brakes.
Here comes the Food Country 75.
Got his hands full right now.
He has a tire down in the pits.
6 trucks all lined up on his pit as he tries to struggle to hold on to that number 4 position.
Sing Bell may not have enough fuel. I'm drinking a Gatorade.
Position 4 now for Matt Craftsman, but it has not been easy. Here's William Sawalich stepping out of line to driver's right on approach to the inner loop, but can't make a move. Gets in the line, 1 truck length back in the 5th spot. Sawalich, he has his hands full. 1 truck lined up behind him. In fact, a couple, including Connor Mosak, in that pack of traffic.
Matt Crafton has been making his neon yellow F-150 awfully wide going around this racetrack here in Watkins Glen, New York this afternoon.
Swallowich will wreck.
All these trucks.
Does Bell have enough fuel? We saw Willie B last week with the fuel thing, and he made it.
Take a moment to document the fact that Parker Kligerman did make it.
The question is, does he have enough?
His crew, they have serviced the truck. He has returned to the racetrack. So Christopher Bell, the race leader, he has just put
Perez hanging right there, and he's under a second now.
Chris Wilder, what about the fuel situation? Is that team confident they can go?
Wouldn't that be something if Perez gets in this?
With Jimmy Villeneuve, the crew chief for Christopher Bell, and you guys were talking about it, having a Cup Series guy like Christopher Bell and somebody who knows how to save fuel is probably the best case scenario for this team right now as he continues to lead. The message to him is simple. About 5th place on back is good on fuel. Save what you can. The drivers behind you immediately, Andres Perez, are also on the same strategy of fuel saving. But it is interesting because their calculators may be a little bit different than some of those. That
I've used meat tenderizer
that includes time
on a bee sting. It's great.
That's why they came down to top off. Well, certainly they think that they can go the distance, a little fuel save, that is, for Christopher Bell in this Hallmark Friesen Toyota. So, again, nobody knows exactly how much fuel they have left, but certainly they're going to bank on Christopher Bell nursing this thing to the end and getting a win.
Christopher Bell leads Andres Perez de Lara, Tyler Ankrum, Matt Crafton, and William Sawalich as we're down to 22 laps to go.
22 laps to go, and we're at 121 likes. Our goal for this stream is 150. If you haven't hit the like, please do. 150 on the likes. Help us out. 30 more to go for that. Hit that subscribe as well. 34,317. Would love for you to join us tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, Xfinity practice and qualifying, Cup Series practice and qualifying, and then the Mission 200 here from the Glen NASCAR Xfinity Series. As next week, NASCAR Xfinity Series is off. So after this week, they're off, and they'll be back, I believe, at Daytona for another race. So thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you, and keep hitting that like for us and subscribe. If you're watching on replay, make sure you hit the like as well and subscribe. CeeLo, Bell is one of the best at saving fuel. Natman says, we'll see. We all thought Willie B was going to run out of gas last week, right? The TV showed he had 2%, but though he had enough to do a burnout. So you never know, man. You never know with these teams. You never know. But today's your birthday, Liam. Happy birthday. Kelly says, CeeLo, you have to back up to see I've been fire ant attacked. Them savages have no use. Ooh, man, that sucks, Kelly. I don't even want to think about that. What's up, Mikey G? What's up, man? Good to see you. 20 laps for diversity win. I don't think so. Christopher Bell is going to win this sucker. Maybe Heim, he has climbed to 6th place. Watch out. Here comes Corey Heim. He's in 6th place. Let's see what happens.
You reckon?
Corey Heim on the move. The 6th place now. He was in 7th. It's Heim time, and he's coming. He's got to get around a lot of drivers, though, with 20 laps to go. So anything's possible. Working on the next spot to top 5. And in the 5th spot is Connor Mosak. Where is Zilich? What has Zilich done since the restart? Of course, he got stuck in the dirt. And Connor Zilich is... Where is he at? Zilich. Chris Buescher is still 3 laps down. Connor Zilich, where you at, Connor? Let's see, Grant Infinger there in 11th. Looking for Zilich. Tony Brenninger is in 18th place. Frankie Munoz in 21st. There he is, 1 lap down. Connor Zilich in 27th place.
50 laps remain here for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at Watkins Glen International.
Heim needs a caution. Bell's out by 2 seconds.
Right now, presented by Craftsman. Mid-project regret syndrome.
The 44 is going slow.
For DIY game, literally, with the Craftsman D20 lineup. One battery system, 100 plus products, and a million reasons to build on. Learn more at craftsman.com.
Is he going to come to a stop?
I'm going to focus here on Ty Majeski. Didn't make a qualifying lap. Actually started near the back in the 30s. He's up to 8th, and he's
Ty Majeski.
The strategy.
He needs a win.
42 and got fuel. So I think a great recovery for this 98 team.
To that point, Ty Majeski, arguably,
he's not going to make it.
Racer.
Not going to make it. I'm not going to make
He
it.
actually posted a runner-up finish at
Nope.
Rock just a couple of weeks ago. Let's check.
Where did he go?
You're exactly right, Kurt.
I don't know where Chastain went, but he's off the track now.
The short track racing prowess, but Ty Majeski's put in the work on the road courses, and it has shown. I mean, he's got 4 straight top 10s on road courses. As we got trouble off the final corner, Matt Crafton is around.
Oh, Matt Crafton.
Standards. And he's going to back his truck down against the inside wall. No caution as of yet. Continuing to watch.
19 to go.
Flag stance.
Heim needs a caution.
Does a 180 and a burnout. Now refires and continues on. We're going to stay under the green flag. So Matt Crafton able to continue on after the spin off the final corner here, turn number 7. We're down to 19 laps to go. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the NASCAR race.
19 laps to go. 19 laps to go. Kyle Busch's career is over. Well, his truck broke on him, so there's nothing really you can do about that. Christopher Bell almost to a 3-second lead on Andres Perez. Heim is 10 seconds back. Man, I did not see this happening with Heim, but Matt Crafton spun around, did not call the caution. So as we continue on here, 14 laps complete of stage 3, 32 laps. I'm so surprised that the 88 spun didn't bring out the caution. Well, he was kind of in pit road area, but he spun it back around. So, all right.
Got to him and said we need to save some fuel. He's given up, a second a lap, but he's still pulling away because he got guys behind him that are in the same place. When you look at this, there's only 2 trucks here that have run sub 73-second lap times around here. That's Corey Heim and Christopher Bell. He ran 4 of them since green. Just was laying down lap times, getting a gap here. Now they're actually in fuel save mode, back about a second a lap.
Christopher Bell's lead is 2.7 seconds now over Andres Perez de Lara.
Of course, Christopher Bell, a regular in the NASCAR Cup Series, a name that we don't often see in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. He was, of course, a champion back in 2017 as he was building his resume. That's the last time he went to victory lane in this series, September of 2017 at New Hampshire. He's not to victory lane here yet. In fact, we've got a lot of racing yet to go, still 18 laps, but he is at the front of the field.
And I'm not so sure Chris doesn't realize just how good of a race car driver he really is, even though he's had a ton of success at all levels.
Yeah, I would say definitely. When you look at this and you look at the Cup Garage, I feel like Christopher Bell is arguably the best, most talented driver in the garage. I think it's one of those things that he's got to get to the point he's confident in believing that out of himself, and we're going to see another level out of Christopher Bell as he works forward.
And he does continue to show the way. Back to his advantage.
Mechanical issues all day, man. It's ridiculous.
3 full seconds.
All day. If Bell has the fuel, no one can catch him unless there's a caution. Yeah. 3 seconds now.
Up his advantage over
3 seconds.
Way wide around some lap traffic, including Derek White, gave up a little bit of ground in that second spot.
Yeah, Christopher Bell right now very comfortable out in the lead. He has got nobody around him, and he is continuing to click off laps as the race leader. Bell goes through turn number 6 all by himself. There goes Andres Perez de Lara in second. Tyler Ankrum runs third. William Sawalich and Connor Mosack the top 5. The driver on the move is Corey Heim. He is on the back deck for the Prosack in turn 7.
Corey Heim has got it rolling in the number
Oh my
6
God.
position now.
Kelly, that
For
sucks.
Christopher Bell and that truck, because they're in the Owners' Championship. Another win means more playoff points for that truck number 52. Then you look at second place, Kurt, Andres Perez de Lara. Heck, he wants to get to the winner's circle for the first time in his career. Came into this 17th on the points grid. A win by Perez de Lara throws the whole playoff picture into a tizzy.
Yeah, it does.
Make you playoff eligible.
And that is for sure. And then you look back as far as the outcome of this particular race. Now, with 16 laps to go, Corey Heim, you heard
Bell all by himself.
The charge. He's been turning some pretty solid.
Sixth place for Heim. He's down to 9.5 seconds.
Racetrack for the last 2 laps until the most.
Heim. Penalty for Heim, it looks like. Stop and go.
He just missed the entry into the inner loop. Had it come to a complete.
Oh, so much for that.
He was gaining since we've gone back to green. He just came up here on the back side of the course for Corey Heim.
Oh, man.
Before that happened, that at the rate he was running,
that's it.
He probably had enough time mathematically to get to the front of the field, but that has just gone out the window.
Yeah, and you look at this, it's just one of those pieces where you know you've got a little better.
Oh, it looks like he got cut off.
Situation back in 2015 with Joey Logano. We came to Kevin Harvick, who was leading.
It looks like he got cut off.
Push. We ran him out of fuel.
No, he's not winning today. Hayden says, born in CeeLo from New Zealand. Hope you and yours are having well. Yes, sir. Hey, thanks for being here, bud.
Puts up through that inner loop, and obviously there had one where he missed. William Suwalich on the same piece here. He's 4th right now, 8.4 seconds back. It's a lot to overcome, but on the fuel load that Corey Heim has done.
Corey Heim now back to the 9th position, 17 seconds behind the race leader. Steve Post.
Over.
Corey had been complaining over this stage of the race about a little bit of a brake shake. Scott Zipadelli had talked to him about getting the brake bias properly front to rear, but the brake shake was certainly adding up, and I believe getting down into that turn, the truck locked up, the brake started.
These mechanical issues and brakes have been troubling all day. They have.
As a result, Corey Heim is
what a noob.
Seconds behind race leader Christopher Bell with 15 laps to go.
15 laps to go here in stage 3. We're almost over here. And if there's no caution, there is no touching Christopher Bell. He's 4 seconds ahead of Andres Perez. 4 seconds. So we'll see what happens here. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. We're 174 folks in here right now. If you haven't hit the like and you like what you see and you hear something today, please hit the like for us to help us out with the subscribes as well. 34,317. We're trying to get to that 34,320 mark. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back for some NASCAR Xfinity Series practice and qualifying, NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying, and then the NASCAR Cup Series Mission 200 at the Glen tomorrow. Full throttle, just like this, flag-to-flag coverage, all the good stuff, the chat, everything. So looking forward to seeing everybody back tomorrow. What did one man say? Because T-Man says, a caution is Heim's saving grace. Yes, he needs a caution here. 14 laps to go. Christopher Bell SVGing this track right now. Yes, I did say that. He's SVGing this track.
Network, home of the top trucks of NASCAR.
All right. See everyone tomorrow, Triton. Thank you, sir. Tomorrow we'll have in the pin message tomorrow, y'all. We're going to have tomorrow in the pin message Triton's GoFundMe page for help with Triton on his medical bills. We love, and there's a yellow, and it's Tony Brittinger. Looks like she either blew up. Wow, big flame out of the back of the 5 right now. Luckily, she's getting there to the pit road, but a big caution on the track. Wow, oh wow, here we go.
I lost Justine.
So Brittinger in the Dave and Buster's Toyota blows up, it looks like. And now here we go with, let's see, 12 laps to go. Is it going to be a last second pit stops here? Let's see what happened. Yeah, she's okay. Car's is not on fire anymore. She's going to take the truck back to the back. SVG tomorrow.
Glen, we are under the caution for the 5th time in the Mission 176. for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
She sacrifices for her teammate Heim. Yeah.
An incident at the same time happening.
Yeah.
Tony
I didn't think about that, Kelly.
moved through turn 6 in front of Tim Catalfamo.
Yeah, Tony Breininger's engine let go right as she was rolling out of the throttle to get into turn number 6, the left-hander. A lot of smoke from out the back of her Toyota Tundra. Then when she went into turn 7, just trying to coast to pit road, the truck momentarily caught on fire. The fire was extinguished as she got onto the pit lane, but Tony Breininger had her motor expired going down the short straightaway into turn number 6.
Well, not the way she wanted her Watkins Glen race to come to an end. And Chris Wilner, it's been eventful, to say the least, for Tony Breininger since she's arrived here in New York.
Yeah, the troubles began, Alex, yesterday when she arrived. Her car was broken into here, which included her suitcase with a couple of fire suits in it that she needs for next week, including some of her clothes and other items. And unfortunately,
wow, her car got broken into.
To track it down, she's been scouring the internet, seeing like if Facebook Marketplace or something like that has put up a nice suitcase full of racewear and driver suits in it. Now, unfortunately, she has not come across that yet, but talked to her today and said, at least you have this one. She said, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to use it.
Show me the money, she said. Heim's like, hey, you want to like miss a shift or something and blow it up? That'd be great.
Fire suits back.
We need Heim to win right here.
But unfortunately, her day is over. But now the Cats are locating some lost luggage that was stolen earlier.
Just FYI, your teammate needs a win. Wants a win here.
She has to think about that on top of everything else.
It really is unfortunate that let's hope the suitcase and all items in it can be
the underwear bandits
quickly. As we sit right now, 12 laps to go in today's
SBG sweeps the weekend. We'll see, man.
176 at the Glen, and Todd with this caution.
Proof that NASCAR is still a team effort. Yep.
Tony Breininger truck and the subsequent fluid put down on the racetrack. We can look across.
Anyone but Heim, CeeLo.
The cleanup taking place. We're going to get a handful of caution laps. In your opinion, will this put everybody at the front of the field now good to go on Sunoco fuel?
It'll make it better than they were.
I was about to say, Christopher Bell's probably good now on fuel.
We've seen so many fuel pickup issues and fuel pump issues as these trucks have gotten deeper into the fuel run.
You think, though, they all pit?
These guys really know that they can pick up every bit of fuel they've got in the fuel cells, but this definitely is a great opportunity to bank everything you can to put yourself. If we can,
Zillage isn't going to get the free pass. The 76 just got lapped by Bell.
6 drivers so far here this evening. 34 laps led overall by Corey Heim. That's the best of anyone in the field. He won the opening stage of the race. Ben Rhodes won stage 2. Then we've had Christopher Bell coming to the top of the leaderboard throughout the course of this final stage of the race. Again, right now we're working under the caution with 12 laps to go, but Christopher has led for some 19.
What up, OJ? Good to see you, man.
As far as other drivers currently showing in the top 5, Alex touched on this a moment ago. Andres Perez de Lara. Yeah, that is a situation that does call to mind a possible impact if he could win this race. Now, keep in mind, he's never won in the NASCAR.
If he wins, the playoffs are going to get turned upside down for all those on the pole, on the bubble.
Here tonight, that would have quite an impact on these championship, or rather playoff standings.
Junior Motorsports car.
The way things currently stand.
No, they don't have any trucks.
Drivers trying to get in on points. Grant Enfinger, Caden Honeycutt, Ty Majeski, all above the point line. And again, there are other factors at play. We talked earlier about Stuart Friesen, how he's been sidelined with an injury, how he is in the playoffs as things currently stand, but there's more to be discussed down the road there. Bottom line, anytime you get a driver who's well below that cut line and Todd pops up and all of a sudden gets a win and gets a playoff berth, with only one more regular season race after this, that could put a lot of drivers right up against the wall.
Yeah, it's definitely, you never know what to expect, and you have to think that
11 laps to go here.
We've got has an opportunity.
Who is going to win this thing?
You talk about, Perez de Lara, he's got the opportunity.
Trying to get to 150 on the likes, 150 on the likes to finish this stream. Help us out with the 150. Thank you guys so much.
Into the picture of chasing down, working forward. He had that big hiccup in the interlude, but he's 7th right now, and we'll start.
Stevie, what's up? I have said it all day, CeeLo. We'll see.
Turn 1 on the restart. Who's going to be the aggressor? It's not uncommon. As a matter of
Think
fact,
Bell has it?
It's not uncommon at all at Watkins Glen. Heck, it doesn't have to be a late race restart. Just any restart things continue to get
I'm in seventh place now.
area in turn number 1.
Any restart will do here at Watkins Glen. You're exactly right about that, Alex. And we see drivers a good deal more aggressive and daring on drivers.
Who was this? 2015
right-hand turn number 1.
Xfinity race. Who was it?
Because they've now got that paved runoff area. If they jump the curb, they can go half an acre to the left and still come back without ever checking out of it.
Love the fights on pit road. Sorry, CeeLo. I was talking to Liam about SBG tomorrow. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Ricky, you are positioned on the east end of the course over at that long sweeping right-hander turn number 5, but it seems like a lot of times where you're positioned, drivers can have difficulty actually.
$5 super chat works. Thanks so much for the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Works. Appreciate you. Everybody tell Works. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Set up a pass under braking upon entry.
Appreciate it.
That slow right-hand turn.
Truck playoffs start at Darlington, August 30th. Playoffs!
That was added to this racetrack some 30 years ago to slow trucks down, and unfortunately...
hello from Australia. Wow, Kimberly. We got one more race to go before the playoffs for the Truck Series.
Back here so far this afternoon.
And then Tim Cattle family.
So 10 laps to go.
6 and haven't got the job done in front of Dave or Kyle. The last chance.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they're going to pit.
In front of you.
Oh, absolutely. It is your last chance to make a move. And in turn number 6, we have already seen...
Nope, nobody pitting.
Get a little bit too aggressive. These last 2 corners of turn 6 and turn 7 are relatively flat. So if you drive in deep and you overdrive the corner, you're going to slide into somebody. That's what happened to Connor Zilic earlier in the afternoon. And I have a feeling as we get later into this race with the desperation growing as each lap continues to click off, drivers are going to be more aggressive.
Got some coming down. Geo, Matt Craftsman.
Thank you, Tim. Pit road is open.
Ben Road.
Drivers, the top 10, the top 15 staying on the racetrack, but there are some takers on pit road. Let's go to Chris Wilson.
Connor Zilic.
Set of tires being bolted.
He's still a lap down.
Strategy trying to work his way through the field. Also in was his teammate Chris Busher.
Restart's going to be chaotic. It
I
is.
feel like a sensor has malfunctioned on that machine. Jake Garcia
Trying to get to 150 on the likes. 150. Help us out.
Majeski down on pit road. Seapost.
Kimberly says, my name is Tim. Okay, gotcha. Kimberly Trucking. Gotcha. Sorry about that. What's up, Tim?
They topped it off with Sunoco Racing Fuel.
A pile up.
Has put on 4 Goodyear Racing Eagles and head back on the speedway. And I'm just kind of hoping that we run a little long, maybe run some cars out of fuel and see how much track position they can gain here over the waiting laps.
Well, Ben Rhodes is still on the pit lane as the team continues to give that truck a once-over. Chris Wilner reported earlier that they had a bit of a shake in the truck. He wasn't sure if there was something in the driveline that was amiss, but Todd Gordon, he came into this thing behind the cut line for the playoffs. There's just today and next week at Richmond, the final race of the regular season. He is second on points earned today behind Corey Hine. Ben Rhodes has earned 16 points through the 2 stages, but they've had the unscheduled stop a little earlier and now a long stop and given up track position.
Yeah, it looks like they're still trying to understand something in the back of the truck. I saw a mechanic down there with wrenches in his hand, but he didn't get to spinning them at all. I also feel like this is an opportunity. You've made a gain. You've made 16 points on your teammate who, if Stuart Friesen were to come out, becomes that cut line. So now you've tied yourself with it. No sense in running yourself out of gas and giving back the gains you've made today. Go ahead, get fuel in this thing and come on back. See where you can get to. Jake Garcia, who he's racing, he's back in 18th as well. So I think a good call by these guys to come out here and actually put fuel in it, put themselves.
We're going to go back with what, 8, 9 laps to go?
That they set up.
Take a moment to document the top 8 in the running order stayed on the racetrack. The first to pit was Gio Ruggiero, who gave up the number 9 position in the running order. Spencer Boyd gets the free pass under this caution. That will give us 21 drivers on the lead lap as we get set soon.
About to go back to green here.
That 21st driver is Ben
Who's going to win this thing?
To kind of put an exclamation.
Tim says, love SVG. He's a legend.
His ThorSport teammate, who he's racing for the last position in the playoffs.
Good for Ty Majeski, top 10. Connor Mozak as well.
But once everybody begins to choose what lane to restart in.
Jeff, what's up?
By the time they get to the green flag, when that takes place.
Lights have gone out atop the pace car, the field getting ready to work through the left-hander turn number 6. In fact, they'll be in the restart zone in just a moment. The pace car now accelerates away from the field, makes the right-hand turn on the pit road coming off turn number 7.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Will line up to driver's left. Now,
These different races confuse me. There's a yes, you're right.
it is in the air.
Christopher Bell. Oh, I got almost a wreck.
Already in.
Someone's smoking already.
He gets to turn 1.
Great jump at the
Grant Infingers smoking, man.
everybody in his wake as he makes his way through the right tight
Infinger got nailed to the wall. He's got a big gap in the front bumper.
Chris Delara wins the battle for the second.
Swallowich the third. Heim still in 7th.
From right there in the 4th spot, they are stacked up from second on back, top of the hill and onto the back straightaway behind Andres Perez de Laura, well behind the race.
There goes Bell. He's gone.
Tiptoeing away at the front of the field.
You think he'll run out of fuel in the last turn?
In the 6th spot, then it's going to be.
He is just running away.
That's the top 3 working their way out of turn number 5. 4th right now is Tyler Ankrum. And behind Ankrum is a driver that has been shot out of a cannon on this restart. That is Corey Heim. His white, red, and blue trailer right to the back circuit of Tyler Ankrum racing for 4th to turn 7.
Corey Heim on full send right now. There'll be 8 laps to go this time by. Christopher Bell, the race leader, has 8 truck links on Andres Perez de Lara. Further back, the battle for 4th is on. Here is the aforementioned Corey Heim, goes to driver's right on Tyler Ankrum.
Corey
I'm to 5th. 5th place.
That's what it takes to do it. Heim slides to the inside, slides through between turns 1 and 2.
8 laps to go.
Comes Sawallich right there in position number 3, and then about 5 or 6 truck lengths back to Corey Heim. They are all well behind Christopher Bell, though, who continues to check out.
Oh, Taylor Gray.
Several trucks go piling in mid.
Tanner Gray.
Turn number
Big hit.
Tanner Gray, one of those trucks that got into the outside guardrail. A lot of right side damage as he limps his truck into turn number 5.
Wow, a bunch of crap falling off of that.
For the 6th time.
6th caution of the day.
Damage to the truck of Tanner Gray.
We're about to have a green-white checkered.
But my goodness, the truck looks like, as the old saying goes, peeled open with a can opener. Let's go back to Kyle Rickey.
Wow.
Garage Toyota out of shape. All 4.
Tanner Gray.
Fault mid. I don't see what started that incident at the top of the hill, just at the exit of turn number 4 when they were coming onto the back straightaway. But they were.
Who spun him? Some blue truck. I don't see who it was.
Contact was made, and Tanner Gray came out with a lot of damage.
Longest 8 laps of CeeLo's life. Exactly.
Yeah, tough right there. You realize just how fast they are going here at Watkins Glen International when somebody gets crossed up and gets.
It was Majeski. Ooh, Majeski did it.
Not the way his race wanted to end, but we do need to say congratulations.
11 o'clock Central.
On their newest member of their family. Baby son Chet was born earlier this week. So congratulations to Tanner and Brittany. But again, not the way he wanted his race to end.
No, that is for sure. And
the 98 Majeski spins Tanner Gray.
Racetrack, battered truck and all, and he has made it back to the head of pit road and makes the right-hand turn to go behind the wall and head back to the garage. We've been talking about Christopher Bell, who has many laps here in this final stage of the race. Chris Wilder, we've gone back and forth on how confident that team is.
You called 6 cautions.
Level, so we've had a couple of cautions now. What's the latest?
I think the rest of the field, too, was going back and forth and whether they were going to be good on fuel. But I just leaned in to Jimmy Villeneuve, the crew chief, on the pit stand, and I said, okay, give me a thumbs up.
I'm to 4th now.
Good. He gave me a thumbs up and a nod. So that at least boasts a little more confidence than the last time I checked in, where he kind of gave me the 50-50 sign. So this added caution certainly going to help. Now, the question is, when do you go back green, and will there be another caution? Because when you start getting into overtime scenarios, certainly don't think that they're going to be as confident in this one. But if we can restart with a couple of laps to go, they feel like they are confident to go to the end. The question is Andres Perez now the driver who also thinks that they're good to go? So we'll check in with that team as well. But right now, Christopher Bell, they're confident that he saved enough fuel, and this second straight caution will help.
Stay with us. We'll all find out together. There'll be 6 laps to go next time, Bob.
6 laps to go. Maybe we'll see another caution. I'm not sure. I have no idea on how the 70 is still in the top 10. Cruz trying to work with his own team for a good finish. Brent Cruz, if you didn't know, 17-year-old kid started his own truck team. He was driving the #1 truck for a while there, filling in. All the drivers were filling in this year, but he has decided to start his own racing team, and there he is in 9th place. Brent Cruz in 9th place in that Toyota, top 10 right now. So interesting to see what happens. Bell, Perez, Swallowich, Heim, Tyler Ankrum is your top 5. When we come back, we're going to have 6 laps to go, maybe 5 when it goes back to the green. CeeLo, I've been listening to your race. Thanks, Cole. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Thanks so much for hanging out, y'all. Thanks so much for hitting that like. We're almost to 150 on the likes. We're 9 likes away from 150. And after this, CeeLo's going to call it a night. Go hang out on Broadway on Nashville for a little while and have a good time. And we thank you guys for all tuning in here today, hanging out. Please stay, Tom says. Please stay. All right. All right, let me see. Who's going to win this thing? Let me see in the chat. You got Bell. Let me see my Bells. Let me see a Perez. Let me see Swallowich, Heim. Does Ankrum have enough? Does Majeski do it? Let me see. Who you got? You taking Miss Spain out on the town? Yeah, Spain's going to go out with us too. The 77 ARCA won today. 77 trucks for the win. And the 77 for the NASCAR race. So 77 good luck charm for Tim Brown, he says. Make sure you don't wear that ugly hat in town. I won't. I wear my Braves cap. I wear Braves downtown. Heim is going to look like a shark with his fin out of the water. Dun, 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 dun. Corey Heim with from 4th, one man says. 45 goes back to the lead lap. He gets his lap back. So Zilich now on the lead lap after spinning. But thank you guys so much for everything today. Thanks for the super chat. $10 from Joseph. No, way up here. We had a super chat today. Where is it at? Was it 2? Way up here. There it is. Works to be with a $5 super chat today. We thank you so much for that. And all the new subscribers today.
The 20th and final driver on the lead lap when we do re-rack things and get set to go back racing. Talked about Grant Infinger having some difficulties, cut down a tire right as
Stevie says the 77's going to win.
He was once again down pit road at the attention of his crew and now continues on the way.
One thing
yeah, it's changed a lot, T-Van. Changed a lot, man. It's a different beast. Love you too, buddy.
NASCAR has moved the restart zone. It's no longer coming off of the final corner on the front straightaway.
And that's something that NASCAR implemented at Indianapolis Motor Speedway when we were running the road course. They also did it at COTA in the past years, where they moved the restart zone back behind a corner, and so that they kind of got the field a little bit of
5 more likes to go. 5 likes to go to get us to our goal of 150.
They don't want 6 wide into turn 1 in chaos and repeated restarts because
they need to move the restart lane somewhere else.
To between corner 6 and 7.
Flying through that turn.
So it's coming up to speed through the corner, kind of settles out, and we've seen it down here.
All right, it's going to be 5 laps to go when we go back.
Turn 1.
Might be 4 laps to go.
Be 5 laps to go next time by. So we continue to close in on the advertised distance, 72 laps, 176.4 miles.
It's getting dark there.
This NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Again, this evening's race, the second of 2 road course races for the regular season here for this series. I should say 2 of the last 4 races or so have been road course events. We talked about the fact that at Lime Rock in Connecticut a few weeks ago at the end of June, it was all Corey Heim. I mean, there's no getting around it. When you go out and lead 99 of 100 laps, sweep the stages, and win the race, that's dominating performance. Been a different situation, though, for Corey here.
Half the field is out. You're right.
He's had his ups and downs. Made a bit of a mistake out on the track as he overshot the entrance to the inner loop. And by rule,
Dale Jr. got called up. I mean, a lot of people say he really wasn't the crew chief that day, but yeah, he won as a crew chief for the very first time ever.
Into it. They're in the game. They're in the 4th spot here with a restart, and who knows how many laps are going to be left. But he has proven to be aggressive, and he's got a fast race truck.
Unofficially, just doing some quick math after winning that regular season title, winning the opening stage, I think he's got somewhere in the neighborhood of 55.
Oh, Chevy.
Now, Todd Gordon, when a number like that jumps off the page, first thing a person thinks is he is
Lap one will tell the tale. You're right.
to beat for the championship, but there is something else to consider.
I would say he's going to be tough to not put in the championship 4. And that's the piece. When you look at it, playoff points helps you advance to the point you get to that championship 4. But you've got, and that's part of what our whole schedule is.
Yeah, T-Van.
Phoenix.
Yes.
You got to make that championship 4, but you
Yeah.
got to be the best.
I actually went there one time.
At Phoenix. Playoff points don't matter when you get to that championship race. So his path to the championship race, I think, easier than anybody's had.
Yeah, went there one time,
years.
T-Van.
I mean, it's really how many playoff points he's got stacked. He's got opportunities to make mistakes and still advance. He's still got.
And that's actually now where that's where Garth Brooks' bar is now.
Keeping in mind the regular
Garth
season
Brooks' bar is that what it used to be a long time ago.
potential for earning more points.
Yeah, there is one more to go. Let's not forget, regardless.
Yeah,
of what
that's what Stevie. That's what a lot of people were saying. Like
field is getting the
he
signal
was
to put him back
the crew
on the green
chief.
flag here very shortly. Again, they get the 1 to go signal over on the backside of the course. But Alex, you're right. You look ahead to Richmond.
Yep, they're going to, Tom.
Jeski is a good example of it.
Going back to green though here with 4 laps to go.
Defending series champion hasn't won a race yet this year. We talked at the top of the.
It's also
broadcast
getting
about
dark.
the fact He is the driver on the bubble coming into this evening's race, 61 points above the cut line. But yeah, when we get to Richmond, a driver like
All right, here we go.
is a great example of somebody that no doubt will be among the favorites that night. Who knows? He's done that kind of thing before.
Back to green.
Get that win right before you start the playoffs. And
Somebody win this.
It takes
We don't
that.
need
It
another
takes a
caution.
bit of a Hail Mary to maybe jumpstart your season and your
Here we go,
championship
green
run.
flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Laps to go. They come through the restart zone, Kurt, to take the green flag.
Here they come, Christopher Bell, the race leader. Last time he got a tremendous restart. And
Wow, Bell.
this time,
Another restart for Bell.
in front by a truck length and a half, headed back to turn 1.
Turn number 1, they go. The hard right-hander, Christopher
Perez had to slam on the brakes. He was smoking.
rides in second. Third spot belongs to William Sawallet. And back in the game, up to the number 4 position as they charge up.
Corey Himes. 1 second behind.
Corey Hahn restarted in that second row, but hasn't been
4
able
laps to go.
yet as they hit turn number 4. Now into the back straightaway. They fan out 2 and 3 wide for the second spot. Andres Perez.
Perez.
First goes
Wow, Perez and Swallowich went off the course.
to the second spot. That moves Corey Heim up to the runner-up.
Oh, here we go. Heim and Bell.
Now has clear racetrack in front of the
Bring him in, son.
time is the race leader.
Bring him in.
And as Kyle mentioned, there was about 6 truck lanes separating the top 2. It is Christopher Bell, the leader.
Bring him in.
This second, Connor Mosack down to their third place driver, Tyler Anchorman Jr.
There goes Ben Rhodes. Dang.
One track clock.
Jeez.
Ben Rhodes, too much smoke and debris to tell.
Now we're going to have green, white, checkered.
He has pounded the Armco barrier along with the tire barriers right at the
Get it started, dude. Oh, my gosh. There's crap all over the track.
sideways coming down the little short straightaway that connects turns 6 and 7. The safety team
Oh, well, green, white, checker it is.
attending to Ben Rhodes.
Tough break for Ben Rhodes after kind of putting all those stage points together, put himself in a position that looks like this is going to be a tough day for him.
Yeah, the
Wheel popped off, too.
Not sure it's after the wreck or if that's what sent him spinning, but it was a rocket that went flying up into turn number 7 and hit the wall and stayed in play.
Well, this is definitely going to be green, white, checker now.
Underneath the back was looking with wrenches to see where it was.
One more like the
An
150.
issue or something going on here in the back and it caused him this issue. We'll have to see what works out.
It has been one of those kinds of races for Ben Rhodes. He's had highlights. He's had challenges.
Longest 8 laps ever.
His truck, as Tim described, getting into the Armco barrier over and turn.
Can you not just race, boys?
That brings the field
That sucks for Ben Rhodes because he had a good day in the stage 2 win. That's just going to erase that pretty much.
Stage 2 this evening's race, but his race will come up short in the end here. Still, that's timing of scoring showing 5 laps.
He just got, oh, his tire just fell off.
Time here, Alex. So it will be an overtime finish here at Watkins Glen.
It will indeed, as we get an
Yeah, his tire just fell off.
replay. The left rear wheel just simply came off of that truck. After he came off of turn 6 onto the short straightaway. That's a tough one, but again, Todd, we don't want to say it was just an issue from a pit stop.
Wow.
Because they had been battling some kind of a serious vibration.
Assemble these trucks, and why are they falling apart like Legos?
Yeah, I'm curious to see whether the tire comes back with a hub on it or whether the nuts come off, and we'll sort that piece out. But definitely, the tire came off the race truck and put him in a tough situation.
One button push, just one. There it is, 150. You guys are awesome. Got us there.
That'll be 1 week from tonight on August 15 at the Richmond Raceway, 7 p.m. Eastern. The NASCAR
Next Friday, trucks at Richmond, y'all.
To bring you live coverage of the regular season finale before we reset everything and get ready to head back to the playoffs.
Playoffs?
You're sitting on the box. You're right there thinking.
Hook this truck up and let's go. Come on.
And now this comes out. We're going to a green white.
If Heim wins this over Bell, old Joe better give that Ty Gibbs state to Heim.
Muller, you got more to add?
Yeah, Todd, let's ask his crew chief, Jimmy Villeneuve. All right, Jimmy, you're going to go to overtime. Lap 30.
What's with the Temu truck?
We've done about 32 on green flag laps. So did he save enough fuel? And how much do you have left in the tank?
Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, obviously we didn't want it to go to overtime, but so they got one of the best in the business in our truck.
Best in the biz. What's up, Pastel? Good to see ya.
Like, it's just big shout out to all Team Toyota. They've helped us a lot here this 2 weeks, and we wouldn't be here without them.
All right, Jimmy's going to get back on the headset and will his driver to victory, but like you mentioned, nice to have one of the best in Christopher Bell, especially at fuel saving, but I can't imagine the nerves, so he didn't show it if you could see his reaction, but boy, I can tell you, there's a lot of fingernails being bit here in the Hallmark precinct camp as they try to see if Christopher Bell can pull it off for Stewie here today.
And the question isn't only do I have enough fuel, it's whether I can pick up that much fuel coming to the green, especially kind of as we go down this front straightaway, it's downhill. Does that change something in how the fuel pickups are? We'll have to see how this unfolds through the final restart.
It's worth noting, second place Corey Heim pitted 5 laps later than Christopher Bell. So Heim certainly has far more gallons to work with, and you would think, in theory.
I mean, in theory, I would say that.
I show 154, Ms. Tom. Make sure you refresh.
To get himself back in a contending position. I'm not sure. You know, we saw Christopher Bell actually give up a second a lap as saving fuel. So
who has the best tires?
Actually, a better fuel.
I think the top guys all have bad tires.
Take a moment and check the leaderboard.
They're all about the same, Kelly.
As we continue to work under the caution, and again, this
Tim,
is
see you later, bub.
into overtime. Christopher Bell is the race leader. Corey Heim is second. Connor Mozak third. Tyler Ankrum fourth. Ty Majeski fifth. Gio Ruggiero is sixth. Andres Perez de Lara is
Hey, CeeLo, long day. What I missed? Lots of cautions. We're in caution number 7. 19 caution laps.
Craftsman goes 13th. Rick Cruz is 14th. College is 15th. Matt Mills is 16th. Grant Enfinger is 17th. 18th is Spencer Boyd. 19th is Lane Riggs. And 20th is Wesley Slimp.
who is the final driver on the lead.
Wesley Slimp?
4 laps down, include Derek White.
Who's that guy?
Timmy Hill, 22nd. Ben Rhodes currently shown in 23rd. But again, he was the reason for this most recent caution. Chris Buescher shows
2 lap shootout.
25th. Tanner Gray out of the race in 26th. GM Bufamonte, 27th. Tony Breidinger. In fact, everybody else from here on down is out of the event, including Tony Breidinger, 28th.
Look at all these cars out of the race.
And Rock Chastain in 30th.
All these cars out of the race.
The finishing
All of
order
them.
for these drivers, since they're out of the race, 30.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars.
Hayden Honeycutt, 35th. William Lambros, and 36th, Kyle Busch.
Let's check in with Steve Post.
Corey Heim is the challenger in this one, and just listening in on the conversation with him and Scott Zipadelli.
Exactly, Matty.
We are right.
See you next time, Tim. We'll be on tomorrow.
They're a few laps shorter than us, so just be ready for anything. So They've got a little bit of a fuel pickup problem at the top of the S's. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see what it is. And he still has that brake shake issue just a little bit, this Corey Heim. So this is going to be interesting. And then just
Got one more lap around.
With Christopher's situation, with your situation in the brake shake, as we go through the finishing drive here to get to the win.
It is overtime as we're extended because of this crash from Ben Rhodes in turn number 7. Kurt laid out the overtime rules a little earlier. You got to wonder, Dave Mooney, going off into turns 1 and 2, you got Christopher Bell and Corey Heim there, both out of the Toyota camp. And then there's a guy by the name of Connor Mozak, who is third, who's never won at the Craftsman Truck Series level. If the two in front of them could seem to get together, or maybe Mozak forces them together, who knows how this could play out.
Well, that's it, Earl. That goose egg in the career win column will make you
Bell could run out of gas. He could. What's up, Lloyd? Good to see you, bud.
doubt for a minute that Connor Mozak will do whatever it takes to try and win this race, particularly if Christopher Bell and Corey Heim get a little too busy with each other and forget about him.
Kyle, Ricky, how about in front of you over in turn 5 as we get set to go back racing?
Well, we saw it on the last restart with Andres Perez de Lara and William Sawalich getting together while racing for the second spot, just behind Christopher Bell. They went off course upon entry into the inner loop, gave up a ton of ground, and opened the door for Corey Heim, who may be one of the only other trucks on the course right now to have anything for Christopher Bell. So this could be a very interesting restart when we do go back to green here in a couple laps from now.
And Tim Cattle family, a lot's already happened in front of you. Who knows what's going to happen in this overtime?
Yeah, it's going to be really aggressive, I'm sure. All these drivers are going to be going down into turn number 6 and 7. As I mentioned earlier, the last 2 corners, the last 2 opportunities to make a pass. Dave mentioned Connor Mozak as a driver that possibly could be really aggressive on this restart. I will throw Gio Ruggiero's name into that category as well. The driver that's on the playoff bubble, trying to punch his ticket into the postseason. If something happens to Christopher Bell or Corey Heim, or we have another wild restart as we have seen so far this afternoon, I would not be surprised if Gio Ruggiero gets a little extra aggressive and goes for the win. He needs to before the end of the regular season.
Gio Ruggiero came to pit road from 9th position on the caution 9 laps ago. If anybody kind of gets,
I guess Gio
or has any pickup issues,
I think Gio has the best tires. So there you go, Kelly. Gio has the best tires. He came to pit road with 9 laps to go, and Gio is now in 5th place.
At Daytona. Since then, hasn't had that type.
All right, here we go.
Maybe one other top 3.
Can we race each other clean here?
Getting down to the end of the regular season. Here he comes.
Yep, and he's taking his lumps.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boy.
As we get set, Kurt, for the restart. A green-white checker in overtime.
Here they come.
Ruh-roh.
Number 7, Christopher Bell, the race leader. He is to driver's right, swings his way off
Heim.
the corner. And Corey Heim is going to be a stubborn foe as they take the green flag. It's door-to-door, a drag race all the way.
Heim and Bell.
Straight away.
Heading down into the right-hand turn.
Ah, dang.
Deep into the corner. It's going to take the lead. Signed in the number 1 spot as they hit turn 2. Now Christopher Bell's going to have to fight for second. He bends off.
Here's the caution. Ah.
They are stacked up from 4th on back. Top 3 get single file to the exit of turn number 4.
Christopher Bell is smoking.
Chasing race leader Corey Heim, able to pull away through the inner loop. A lot of contact further back while racing for 4th. Connor Mozak.
Mozak goes around. There's a caution. And Andres Perez. Good gosh.
And it is several trucks that have come to a stop, damaged to the exit of the inner loop, and somehow Andres Perez de Lara is able to pull away from the
My goodness.
And caution is on the speedway. We're going to double overtime. Same procedures. Green, white checker. This really brings the Sunoco fuel situation into play.
I'm in the lead now.
They've been sweating that.
God.
Here we go. We just heard from a crew chief a moment ago talking about the fact that overtime is not their friend.
And
Eric
Bell's coming to the pits.
Let's headed to you.
Kurt, as soon as the caution came out, Bell said the pickup is going short. I'm out of fuel, so Jimmy.
Oh, he ran out of fuel.
Sunoco fuel. A tough break for Christopher Bell. A masterful job saving fuel.
Oh my gosh.
Did not help Christopher Bell.
Ran out of gas.
With almost no fuel left at the team.
T-Van, right?
A little bit of damage they prepared on.
Oh my gosh.
And this hallmark Kurt Sunoco fuel, but their hopes for a race win may have just fuel tank.
Yeah, tough break here for Christopher Bell. I hope that his crew chief was thinking ahead of this and that this might come. Pump those tires up, get him up to qualifying pressures, let him make a drive forward. He's going to be in a situation where there's a lot of people sitting in front of him that he can take advantage of.
Double overtime. Kyle Ricky, what's the cleanup like in the inner loop?
A lot of dirt on the surface to the exit of the inner loop where Connor Mosak got turned around while running in the top 5.
Yeah, right? It's Nashville 2024 all over again, except Joey Logano is not in the field.
He was turned head on into
Christopher Bell's Denny Hamlin.
To the outside of the inner loop or off to driver's left. That truck spun a couple of times, a lot of damage to all 4 corners, but somehow both were able to pull away.
It's like he ran out of gas right there.
Trucks that were trying to avoid those 2 spinning trucks here a lap ago.
We've heard Kyle describe that inner loop, a quick right, left, left, right combination. It's at the end of the back straightaway.
How about the 45 for the win? Where's Zilich? He's in 7th. Yeah.
The inner loop, swing back out and make that.
Zilich now back up there in the top 10.
Number 5. But things began unfolding there in a hurry. And in fact,
oh my goodness.
One of the trucks that backed up hard into that outside tire barrier to driver's left.
Yeah, and this is going to cause an extended cleanup. Kyle, looks like the AMR safety team and some of the track workers are trying to get the tire barriers back in place.
A heavy hit by a couple of trucks.
My goodness.
Dawson Sutton also involved Andres Perez Dolora. They really those tires that are all strapped together and then wrapped with a big piece of plastic. The tires stacked on top of each other, 2 or maybe 3 rows, and they're trying to get those tire barriers moved back into position. There's about 6 or 7 guys out there looking to straighten the tires out and then move them back into place. And it should be another lap or 2 before we're set to go as the sweeper makes another pass as well to try to remove some of the dirt that was kicked up onto the surface.
Well,
Angram might be out of fuel too.
The caution car and the Whelen Engineering lights are certainly aglow on top of that Toyota GR Super pace car as the sun gets lower on the
8 cautions.
Set here in Watkins Glen International is 8:17 East.
They're running out of time.
As we look at the entrance of pit road, second place Tyler Ankram's coming to pit.
Ankram coming in.
Heels off the racetrack, and he's going to come to pit road now. Kurt, the drama continues to build.
His timeline on fuel.
Sun getting lower on the horizon.
Look who's in 5th. Swallowich.
Sitting here in 2nd without a win. Chris Wilner. You got one coming in pit road.
Yeah, Todd, that's going to be Tyler Ankram. Again, he pitted the last time on lap 37 when Christopher Bell did. So much like Bell, just couldn't quite save enough for this second green-white checkered. They're going to pack it full of fuel. And like you mentioned with Bell, they're going to bolt some brand new sticker tires on, or actually make these his qualifying scuffs on the race truck right now and get him to qualifying pressure just to see if he can make any sort of run. But Tyler Ankram's bid is possibly stretching it on fuel going to come up short here in this second green-white checkered.
A lot been happening here these last 2 laps. Amazing. So we're headed to double overtime. Double or triple at this point? I'm losing track. Double. This be double. All right. So let's reset that first of all. Let's reestablish that we've had both
tie with a win if others run out.
Ankram that have had to come down the pit lane under this most recent caution. To be specific, this is the 8th.
What a mess.
Of the
what a mess.
176 at the Glen. Those 2 drivers each giving up running positions in the top 3 to come down the pit lane. In fact, both were running 2nd at the time that they had to come off the racetrack to refuel. So, Gio Ruggiero, we've talked about him. We've heard the report. It's amazing how a fuel mileage situation. I know sometimes I talk to race fans and they'll say, "Oh, I'm not crazy about a fuel mileage race," but it does add quite an element to the equation.
Well, I love the call by the crew chief. He was 9th. And when he peeled off to come down pit road at lap 62, he was the first car to come and get fuel at that point, put themselves in a position. Caution's free.
You're going to the Cup race on Sunday. Awesome. Have fun, Chris.
It feel like that's going to be the last one.
put him in a great position.
Yeah, Connor's got 2 laps back.
Gio Rogero's crew chief.
He's back on the lead lap, and he is in 7th place.
You don't know if this is the last attempt at green-white checker. Nobody knows for sure because we haven't gone back under the green flag yet. I think it does bring into play, Dave Moody, when you're trying to save fuel under the caution flag. Yeah, you can coast downhill into turn 1, but you're going to give it back.
Does have enough fuel? Let's see. I haven't even looked at that.
You don't want to do, as Marcus Ambrose learned here a number of years ago, or at Sonoma a number of years ago, you don't want to shut the engine off. When
Oh my gosh, Heim is so low.
Because if it does,
He's so low.
so
Gio can win this sucker. Little G.
into play, and a lot of people wondering if the guy right in front of them is going.
And they're also on. They got about less than 30 minutes before sunset here. So what happens then?
It's Corey Heim, just to reset things at the front of the field. Corey Heim.
What happens then?
Race leader. He was last in at lap number 42, and we have now run for 74 laps and counting. Gio Ruggiero, he rides in second. He was last in at lap number 62.
Oh.
Hemrick in third, last in at lap 62. So the drivers running in second and third, they can drive Alex with a whole lot of confidence if we go back under the green flag.
They can indeed, but Kyle Rickey, we can't go under the green flag until cleanup is wrapped up in front of you.
Swalwich is good. Majeski's good.
Put back in
No.
place. The jet blower making one more.
Silich is really good. He's full on fuel.
The course to make sure all that dirt that was kicked up a couple laps ago during the incident is off of the surface.
So
we should be
first,
we should be giving the one to go signal here pretty
quick. Fourth,
head back to the engine.
fifth,
As a result, we will stay at least
are almost out of fuel. First, fourth, and fifth are almost out of fuel.
Behind the pace car, they have just worked their way back through the right-hand turn number 1. Gentlemen, the other thing is we've got a lot more racing. We're just getting started for the weekend here at Watkins Glen. Already today, we've had a
Gio could win this. He's in 12th place in the playoffs. He's 29 points out.
Now the NASCAR Craftsman Truck
Wow.
Series, which is yet to be decided, then more to come.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be back with you from Watkins Glen International, the NASCAR Cup Series practice and pole qualifying.
They would call the race if it gets too dark. It's been done before.
Series takes center stage. The Mission 200 at the Glen, MRN's airtime.
Don't forget about the 81.
Eastern. That leads all
The 81 is almost out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Connor's okay. Bozak, yeah. He's in 8th, and he's almost out of gas as well.
Racing Network live at 1 p.m. Eastern.
As we get ready to go back under the green flag, the field getting the signal over on the backside of the course. They will go back green the next time by. The driver on the bubble, as far as the playoff picture, Jake Garcia, who is now plus 19 to the cut line. Then you've got Ben Rhodes at minus 19. Then you've got Gio.
Oh, I know. It's ridiculous.
Minus
T-Van. We're up to 23 caution laps.
Might change at all in these final couple of laps.
Desperation makes race car drivers do a lot of things that they may not necessarily normally do.
I cracked myself up.
Or given lap or
They will begin at daybreak.
Season. So
we'll at dawn.
Plays out. I think the new restart.
We ride at dawn.
Factor in all of this. Because race leader control car is Corey Heim. If he can jump on the gas and maybe catch the youngster Gio Ruggiero,
here we go.
He can lead by 2 or 3 truck lengths by the time they get to turn number 1.
Field is over on the short straightaway, getting ready to head down into the left-hand turn number 6.
Yeah, it is. It's Nashville all over again.
It is another attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Corey Heim, the race leader, he currently lines up to driver's right. As they come through turn number 7, Gio Ruggiero is shown in the second position. Ruggiero is also to the
Here we go, green flag. Buggity, buggity, buggity. Let's go racing, boys.
First driver up along the inside lane. That's where we find Daniel Hemrick. The pace car accelerates away. It goes to pit road. Fields in the restart zone. Here they come through turn number 7. What's Corey Heim going to do? He is going to
He's gone.
jump out in front of the field and open up by a couple of truck lengths to Daniel Hemrick, headed back to turn 1.
Another tremendous restart for Corey Heim down into turn number 1 by a truck length and a half over Daniel Hemrick, who rides in the second spot. Gio Ruggiero shows in third. Here they come up through the S's, turns 2 and 3. Ruggiero in third, and the trucks from the answer. He followed badly, but he back up to pace. I thought perhaps he might have run out of fuel.
Just outside of the top 5 for William Sawalich as the race leaders come to the back straightaway and into the inner loop, chasing Corey Heim. Daniel Hemrick in the second spot. Couple of trucks sideways through the dirt again. One truck will spin and clip one other truck that goes into the tires.
Dang it, come on.
The first truck to spin was Connor Mosak. There is dirt everywhere here on the back straightaway. It's the leaders exit turn 5.
Caution is on the speedway. We are headed to triple overtime. And again, the Sunoco fuel scenario gets even more intense for race leader Corey Heim. Caution on the track for the 9th time in front of Kyle Rick.
Connor Mosak, the first truck to get out of shape, going 2 and 3 wide through the inner loop.
Are these all I mean, can you not race a truck?
Simply with nowhere to go, including Grant Infinger. Both remain damaged and stopped.
It's that turn. Every time they've wrecked in that turn.
Just replaced.
Why can't you guys go through that turn without wrecking?
And it looks like the safety teams attending to Grant Infinger, Mosak limping away, and more cleanup about to happen here on the backside of this Watkins Glen course.
Caution for the 9th time in the mission at the Glen, 176. 24 laps. We've had 77.
Ridiculous. 24 laps.
24 of those have been run under the caution
It's a
flag.
chain, CeeLo. It always gets crazy, and
Once
it's
again near the inner loop toward Kyle Ricky's into the
still.
the east end of this.
Come on.
Layout brings out the 9th caution of the evening. Alex, you touched on it. Corey,
Grab another beer.
boy, the fuel issue now just looms larger and larger for him.
Well, and there's another.
They just fixed that tire barrier, and now they got to fix it again.
And it is daylight here in the Eastern time zone.
Yet 17 minutes.
p.m. Eastern time. Some, 20 minutes or 30 minutes or so away from where we are right now. 20, 25 minutes, we'll call it. But because of the way the race is playing out, NASCAR always gives what we call a final restart time. So everybody knows that. That's from the teams, the spotters, everybody involved. So with sunset being at 8:17, NASCAR says that 8:05 p.m. Eastern time will be the last opportunity to restart the race, which means a final attempt at a green-white checker would be at 8:05 Eastern. Now that's only some
10 minutes, yeah.
Where we are right now, but with all the cleanup that has to take place in the inner loop, that could push us right up against the 8 o'clock hour. This may be our last opportunity to get this race restarted.
Kyle, as we watch the replay, not just of this situation, but the last couple of caution flags.
Grant Infinger done.
Loop, we talked about the fact that the inner loop is a right, left, right combination. It seems like that drivers here in these most recent laps, they can do the right, left, but that last right is a Lulu.
They're having a tough time with that final right-hand turn, which is the exit of the inner loop, which will spill the trucks back out onto the original.
That spot right there, man. They got that made right there.
Into the inner loop, they make that.
I don't know if anybody's watching, but see those campers right there? If I'm going to go to Watkins Glen, that's where I want to be. In that one turn right there. They come right by you. That looks great.
Before that 8:05 mark.
The 52 is up to 9th now. Christopher Bell. He's got 4 fresh tires and fuel.
Dozen safety trucks here on the backstretch, repositioning the tires, and once again cleaning that dirt off.
Got
of the
10 minutes.
Up by Connor
10
Mosak,
minutes.
Grant Infinger, who also went off on the hook here and towed.
They call the race. Whoever's in the lead wins. That's how Brandon Brown won in Talladega.
If you're wondering, the most cautions for the Craftsman Truck Series here at Watkins Glen in history was 5 cautions.
9 cautions.
We eclipsed that and demolished it. We're up to our 9th caution.
9th caution.
And we're headed to triple.
This is the last restart for sure, no matter what.
Now, the conversation on Corey Heim's radio has been much of the same. They felt like they were good for a green-white checker, but I don't feel they're comfortable with 3 of them. Right now, it's just a matter
Here comes Ty Majeski in the pits.
Save. They've reviewed with him just what he needs to do and making sure that he has enough fuel, or should the fuel sputter, what he needs to do. Looking up pit road, Chris Wilder, looks like you've got a truck in front of you.
Yeah, that's Ty Majeski, who, remember, had contact to bring out this caution with Connor Mosak. He came over the radio under caution to crew chief Joe Shear Jr. and said, I feel like the right front just has too much of a tire rub. It won't survive this restart, so they're going to opt on the air of caution. caution, change 4 tires, and put another little bit of Sunoco fuel just to make sure they've got enough, just in case we have to do this one more time. But again, opting on caution for Ty Majeski, again, in that points battle around the cut line, but opting for safety here to make sure he can finish and salvage some points here at the end of this one.
As you look at this, I'm looking at the leaderboard and where it's played out. Christopher Bell's back to 8th on tires. You know, he's got himself with a couple of resets up to there. Connor Zilich, after being spun, losing a lap, being stuck in the pea gravel there in turn 6, he's back up in the top 5 now. He's actually 5th. We've got a couple of contenders that have fuel and good race trucks. We'll see what they can do driving forward.
When Ty Majeski came down a moment ago, and we heard Chris Wilder report that it was a tire
Night vision goggles.
I wanted to say, no. We're talking about fuel.
Night vision goggles.
Situations here in these closing laps, but Ty Majeski and his crew erring on the side of caution in that situation.
As the current top 5-6, that's Corey Heim, the leader, Daniel Hemrick second, Gio Ruggiero is third, William Sawalich is fourth.
I used to go to all the night races in Charlotte.
Spot. Gio Ruggiero, William Sawalich have never won in the Craftsman Truck Series. They're looking to do that, and for Gio Ruggiero, they're trying to punch a ticket to the playoffs. Who knows how this is going to play out?
A lot at stake here in these final remaining laps as we take our third attempt at a green-white checker triple overtime here coming up in just a moment. Do that. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the NASCAR Racing Network.
All right, so this is going to be interesting, y'all. This is going to be very interesting. We got about 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left in this race. No matter what, 6 minutes left in this race. So it should be interesting to see what happens here at the mission 1. What is this? The mission 176. No matter what, this is coming down. My guy 19 versus yours, CeeLo. We'll see what happens here. Coming down to the wire.
Kyle Rickey, Tim Catalfamo, we are headed for triple overtime. Corey Heim shown as the race leader. The field right now is working down the short straightaway on the south side of the course, getting ready to enter turn number 6. It has been an event record for cautions. Alex touched on this a moment ago. Previous record here at Watkins Glen, 5 cautions. We now have been slowed by caution 9 times for 25 laps. So
keep hitting that like y'all almost to 200.
Heading for pit road.
Here we go. Last time, no matter what.
Here we go. Green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Off the corner.
Does Heim run out of gas?
Green flag is in the air. Triple overtime.
Heim blocks Hemrick.
He changes lanes on the run from right to left and is right alongside of Corey Heim.
Corey Heim tried to throw the block, but Hemrick crossed him over. Got side by side into turn number 1. He's got to run, headed for 2. Daniel Hemrick now, driver's right. Driver's left. Oh, Hemrick.
Oh.
Trouble.
Strung out among the top 5, but will they get through the inner loop? It is Corey Heim.
Fingers crossed.
Here comes Daniel Hemrick. Another look to drivers right upon entry. Stays within 1 truck length of him. Hemrick in the second.
They all made it through. They all made it through.
Christopher Bell is up to the 4th spot as everybody is into turn number 5.
They all make it back to the flag. Here is Corey Heim at a turn number 5, the race leader. 1 truck length behind him is Daniel Hemrick. Gio Ruggiero still complete the top 3. 1 truck smoking a little bit further in the pack. That's the Connor Zilich machine. He is right now outside of the top 5.
Off turn number 7, white flag will go in the air this time by race leader Corey Heim. Takes the white flag. Next flag will end it. Daniel Hemrick tries to push him all the way to turn number 1 and tries to steal win here on the final lap.
Daniel Hemrick on the attack, trying to pull something out of the hat here on the final circuit. But Corey Heim's got a couple of truck lengths in hand. Into the right-hand turn number 2. Up the hill into the left-hand turn number 3. It is Corey Heim. 2, maybe 3 truck lengths. Heim to the back straightaway.
That's right.
Keeping him.
Holding the breath.
Reach, though, to the top of the hill. Again, stepping out of line. Heim throws the block. Into the corner they go. It's Corey Heim.
Oh, does he spin him? No.
Applying the pressure inside and out into turn number 5. Hemrick is right there within 1 truck length. Gio Ruggiero not too far out of the mix in third, 3 truck lengths back.
Daniel Hemrick's going to have 2 more final shots at Corey Heim in turn 6 and 7. Here is Hemrick filling up the rear view mirror of Heim. Into turn 6, Heim is loose. He opens up the inside. Hemrick is there. They race their way to 7 for the final time. Here comes Daniel.
Oh!
Side of
Nope. Heim time. Lemons in the chat.
Flag is in the air. Corey Heim wins.
Wow.
76 at the Glen. Daniel Hemrick with a valiant effort.
Heim time.
Gio Ruggiero third.
Only because Christopher Bell had to quit. Wow.
Starting down here on the pit. Joey.
11's in the chat, y'all. 11 in the chat. Heim time.
Congratulations in for everybody.
All right.
Scott Zimbabwe picks up the win here as the crew chief, able to survive this one. I'm telling you, Scott.
All right. Congratulations, Corey Heim. Congratulations, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging with us today. Thanks for those lots of cautions. An extra 30 minutes or so that we should have been over with by now. But congratulations, Corey Heim. And Christopher Bell finishes 4th place after pitting and getting fuel in 4 tires. Made his way all the way up there. Where did Zilich? He even passed Zilich. Zilich was in 8th place. Some crazy stuff. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow morning for everything. And thank my lovely wife, Spain, for everything that she does behind the scenes. I want to thank my mods for moderating today. I want to thank my members for their hard-earned money back to the channel. I want to thank the super sticker today. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. We appreciate you guys so much for everything here on the channel. We'll see you tomorrow morning for NASCAR Xfinity Series practice and qualifying. Peace out, y'all, and have a good night. Stay safe if you're going out, and we'll see you later. Peace.